Hey guys, welcome. You can see I have my trusty sidekick here with me, my co-host tonight, Arctic. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good, considering what we're going to be talking about tonight, and I know you're fired up. Just it's probably just as much or more than I am.
Let's just say I had to double up on my blood pressure medication today.
Yeah, I did too, and I had to take one of my how should I put it, my special pills to kind of keep me even, tonight. So yeah, guys, it's going to be, and Miss Christie did say she was going to be here. So Miss Christie, if you're here, when you get here, please say hi so we'll know you're here. Because Miss Christie is an integral part. We're going to be talking about the John Brent McGhee case first. And I'm telling you guys, there's lots and lots of developments in this case. Not good developments. I mean, they should have been good, but due to certain entities, not so good. But if you have not heard of John's case, I do have a slideshow, but I just want to throw this up real quickly, make sure this is the right one. This is the Finding Brent McGhee Facebook page. I think I pinned it to the top, a link to it to the top of the chat. It is also in the description box. So please go, even if you're not from Arkansas, please go visit this page, follow it, like it, show some support for this family. Use your voice. This case definitely, after what we're going to tell you tonight, it definitely needs some things done. And also a special shout out. We're going to be talking about tonight too. The Special Tactics Aid and Rescue Group has been in, and I had never heard of this group until they got involved in Brent's case. They have been an integral part within the last couple of weeks or so, because Miss Christie has been keeping us in the loop. Things we necessarily couldn't say out loud, but she's been keeping us up in the loop. But I can say that the last 2 weekends, this group has been out helping search for Brent. Doing an excellent job. So please do their description. It's also at the top of the chat, also in the description box. Please go over to that page, show them some love, voice your opinions, supporting them, their efforts, not only for Brent's case, but all these cases that they help work on for these families. And I will be reading a post that they posted today, which I think sums up, especially Brent's case, perfectly. So I will be reading that. So go show them some love. Absolutely. Let me get back over in comments and see who all is here. Of course, we know our Arctic is here. Miss Paula is here. Welcome, Paula. Junior Johnson is here. Welcome, Junior. I don't know if he's in Michigan or Kentucky tonight, but wherever you are, as always, we hope you're doing well. Miss Farr is here. Always good to have Miss Farr here. Miss Paula is here. Thank you, Miss Paula, for being here. Thank you once again. Yep, Arctic is throwing in the link again, so you won't have to go all the way back up to the top of chat for Brent's Facebook page. All right, let me get... So, oh God, I'm not going to be able to read this little bitty writing. This is John Brent McGhee. He is, I'm going to try to do this from memory, 42 years old. He was last seen July 11th of this year in Leachville, Arkansas, or somewhere in that area. He's 6'2". I can't read the weight. Anyway, I'm going to say the Mississippi County Sheriff's Office is assisting. Take that with a grain of salt. Leachville Police Department with the missing persons. John Brent McGhee, 42, was last seen in Leachville on or around July 11th, 2024. So if you have seen John, if you have any information, because and I'm going to let Arctic take this part in a minute, a whole lot of stuff going on aside from the search. shady stuff with wife, ex-wife, whatever she is, and things of that nature. But we'll get into that. But if you've seen him, if you have any information about this case, so important. They need anything that they can get right now. They do have some stuff, but that's what some of the things that law enforcement has apparently not been following up on. But you can call the Mississippi County Sheriff's Office at 870-658-2242 or the Leachville Police Department at 870-539-6713. And Miss Dandy is here. Thank you, Dandy, for being here. Thank you. Yes, and Dandy put in again the Special Tactics Aid and Rescue, and I believe they are Arkansas based. They do lots and lots of good work. Please, guys, go over there and just show them some love and encouragement for everything that they do. Hello, Miss Doris. Good to have you here. Junior says he is in
And
Michigan. Excellent.
y'all go ahead and jot those numbers for the Leachville Police and the Mississippi County Sheriff's Office or down, because y'all are probably going to want to make some phone calls and raise a little bit of hell after you hear what we go over today.
Most definitely. They look like or sound like they all need a kick in the behind. Okay, so that is the basic information. He was supposedly seen leaving, according to his wife, ex-wife, whatever she is, leaving his house or, and just walking away. He hasn't been seen again. But like I said, there's a lot more to this story. And if you want to give that part, jump right in, buddy.
Well, I mean, number one, law enforcement hasn't taken this case seriously from the get. I think they heard the fact that John had had some previous issues with drugs and alcohol, and they immediately just wrote him off. You have a wife who conveniently checks herself into rehab for 30 days the day that Brent goes missing. So she can't be questioned while she's in rehab. Then she goes 54 days without raising any concern for her missing husband at all. It's not until the dogs track Brent sent to her new boyfriend's home that she finally starts raising a little bit of awareness on Facebook. And there's a lot of concern that, you know, I mean, that shady behavior is concerning, and it's leading to a lot of speculation that she may have had something to do with Brent's disappearance. Now, conclusively, we don't have evidence to that fact, but you take the total sum of all parts, and it doesn't take much to lead to that conclusion. And
Exactly.
law enforcement isn't doing crap. And today was the real kicker because we got a message, both Dawn and I got a message from Chrissy, who's a friend of the family, that the family has been told that if they're out searching and they find bones, don't call law enforcement because they're not going to send anyone out. You need to call 3 independent doctors or forensic scientists or whatever to confirm that those bones are human. And then if they are proven to be human, then they might maybe take it upon themselves to go and send a medical examiner out there and pick the bones up. Now, that is the most ludicrous piece of fuckery I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
You know, number one, it doesn't take 3 people to conclude whether bones are human or not. In just about any agency that I've ever dealt with in my life, and any medical examiner worth their salt can go out to a crime scene and immediately determine whether the bones are human or not. Now, if it's fragments, yes, I can see possibly needing multiple people to get involved to determine, or, to determine the race or the sex or the age, maybe. I mean, sex, usually the medical examiner can completely determine that too. But, it does, if in trying to identify the person, you're going to have to, maybe have some other people involved. But just just to determine if they're human or not. I have literally watched medical examiners arrive at the scene and determine that live on stream before. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out if you have the right training. So for them to
Mm-hmm.
tell this family, who law enforcement isn't even helping search because they've been trying to get attention on this case. Law enforcement hasn't been out there searching for Brent. It's been these outside agencies. It's been up to the family. It's been up to podcasters to try to get Brent's story out. Now, I put a very detailed video out this morning about what's going on, and then I've done another video prior to that that explains all the shady shit in full up to what happened this past week. Um, and I sent both of those videos to Nancy Grace and emailed Nancy and said, hey, you need to take a look
Excellent.
at this because this is one that really needs some coverage. It needs national coverage. And I know Christy's been reaching out to
Mm-hmm.
podcasters left and right trying to get coverage for Brent. So if we all start, tagging Nancy on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, maybe it'll catch her attention and maybe she can focus some attention on this.
Yes.
Uh,
Let me go.
Brent's been missing since I think it's the 11th
I
of
think it's
January.
Jill. Yeah. Let me go back to the. Hold on. I've been in a rush trying to get all this stuff together. Since I know I have his. What did I do with it? Oh, it's on the slide. Hold on. Hold on.
There we go. The
Uh,
11th of July.
July 11th
11th
of
of July
July.
is
Yes.
when.
Yes. So this that I had, like Arctic mentioned it, but I'm on the right. Can't get my stuff together tonight. So Arctic, this is what Arctic was talking about. Oh, hold on, let me take this comment down so we can read it. This original post has since been taken down. But I did a screenshot of it after Christy sent me the link to it last night. But this came from the Finding Brent McGhee Facebook page. And it was posted at some point. I don't know. She sent it to me last night. I don't know exactly when it was posted. But it says, Sheriff's Office informed the family and search crew, which is the, I've been calling them STAR for short. The inform the family and search crew that from now on, anytime we find bones during our searches, we first have to get them verified by 3 qualified medical professionals. If all 3 of them say that it is human, then the CID will then come and retrieve it and send it to the state crime lab. Now, I'm just a layperson, and I know that that is absolutely not the way you do it. It doesn't matter regardless of what you're doing. If you happen to be out walking, hiking, if you come upon a human skull or anything that you know or even think is human remains, you automatically call 911 and say, look, this is what I found. You need to come look at it. Am
Exactly.
I not right?
Well, no, because let's say they don't call 911 immediately. They don't call law enforcement immediately, and an outside professional, so to speak, comes out and they disturb that evidence. Well, the chain of custody's been tampered with. So that chain of custody being tampered with will eliminate any possibility that it can be used as evidentiary value in a trial if it comes to that.
Exactly. And there is Miss Christy Hunter. I'm glad you made it, Christy. This is the Christy that we've been talking about. A friend of Brent's who has been I think Arctic called her a bulldog earlier, just a bulldog in trying to get this information or this nefariousness that has been happening out. And she became a member. Thank you so much, Miss Christy. And it is good to have you here. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. And I'm gonna read a little bit from the STAR, the search and rescue group thing. But I think in this original post, I did read the comments after Christy sent it to me. And according to the search and rescue team that was helping, Now, I don't know if they were the ones that actually found the bone or if it was just a collaborative effort. But they said in their post on their page that after they started finding this bone or bones, that's the first thing they did. They got everybody back. They taped it off. They called authorities. They did everything right, and then authorities, who knows what they're doing? Who
And
knows? I mean,
and I also want to point out that even if it doesn't turn out to be human bone or bone at all, it still is law enforcement's job to come out there, because I know if I was out there without any training, looking and searching for someone, if I saw something white and hard that looked like bone, the layman out there is not going to know the difference. And it's law enforcement's job. That's what they get paid
yeah,
to do.
exactly. And I think I made notes here. That Christy said, okay, so I guess they, and Christy, since you're here, please, you can correct me if I get anything wrong. I was trying to go back through your messages and the post on the face on the group page, but apparently they ended up taking the bone, but then they were supposed to bring it back, and somehow they forgot to bring it back. And Miss Phyllis, Brent's mom, I think, actually drove an hour to meet them somewhere. They were supposed to bring this bone back, and she drove an hour and got there, and they're like, "Oh, we forgot it. We don't have it." And I think they said that they were not going to send anything else for testing. Tell me how that's rational. It's not, but
No, it's not. And like Christy said, this is a place of interest, not some random spot.
yes.
And trained dogs hit on this spot. So how are you? I mean, I'm just so annoyed with the
Oh, me
Leesville
too.
police right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's so frustrating, and I can't even begin to imagine what the family and Christy are going through, because this really. Mm, it reminds me so much of Miss Barb's case in Timmy, with the lack of concern by law enforcement in relation to Brent.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh, okay. And also earlier, I don't know who was, it just came from Brent's page that they first said that because they were y'all law enforcement, I'm assuming law enforcement was contacting Miss Phyllis, Brent's mom, after all these posts have been coming up about, this post that's up here, and telling them, you got to take them down. Don't, basically saying, don't say anything negative against the law enforcement. But, and then it is not all, and I was going to make this point, but Miss Christie wanted me to make sure that I reinforce this point. It is not all of the police officers. Like Miss Christie said, 99% of them are not doing what they're supposed to, but you got that 1 or 2% that is absolutely been helping, been doing what they're supposed to. They need to, like she said, they need to speak up and try, and try to, if they can, if they don't, and it may be them, some of the police officers are actually trying to do the right thing. They may be getting intimidated. Now, this is just pure speculation, my opinion. They could be getting intimidated by these other, higher, I'm assuming it's going to be higher up officials that are the ones that are, for some reason or another, not wanting to do their job, not maybe covering up, who knows. But there are good ones there. They just happen to be stuck in wrong place, wrong departments. But Miss Christie, just jump in anytime and chat with any, like I said, if I get something wrong or we get something wrong, or if anything you can add that you can say publicly, don't be afraid to jump in. I'll keeping an eye out for your comments. And I will definitely I'm trying to keep up with, and if you have a question about the case in chat, maybe put I'm trying to keep up with all of them, put like a question mark or something in the beginning to get my attention. Let me make sure. Let me get back down. I know Miss Christie has some comments here. Okay, I got that one. Okay, regarding the bone, she says, yes, they forgot it. They will bring it Friday. It was confirmed by their confirmed by their trained eye that it's plastic, or is that just what they're saying?
Well, I would imagine that she would be putting air quotes around trained. So that's just.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Miss PJ, good to have you here. Always. Yes. So she said, according to their trained person, it's plastic. And then she says, when doctors, I think you said it was more than one doctor, have agreed that it is human remains. Just unbelievable. Excellent. Miss PJ says she tried
I'm telling you,
messaging the
and yeah,
family.
they may have one or two good cops. Well, and they may have one or two good cops there, but if those cops aren't standing firm and taking a stand against these ones that aren't doing anything, then they're just
Exactly.
complacent in the corruption that's going on. In my opinion. I'm sorry. I mean,
Exactly. Miss PJ says she tried messaging the
I'm just
family.
so tired.
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead. I was
No, I
just
was just
ranting. Go ahead.
okay. Time out for 1 second. Miss PJ, you can probably get in touch with Miss Christie, and she could probably get you in touch with the family if you're interested in helping out. Spread the word on this case, and I know Miss PJ is. Miss PJ is a excellent advocate. Okay, go ahead and rant.
Well, I mean, and it's like I said earlier when I was over on Dago's panel this morning. Um, I'm frustrated not only that these families are having to do all this on their own because law enforcement's not doing their fucking jobs, but also while this case is not getting any attention that should be a focus and be getting all kinds of national attention, meanwhile, all these other YouTubers can seem to focus on is one case out of Tennessee. If they put all that time and attention into cases like this, imagine how much progress Brent's family would get, Barbara's family would get, all these
Exactly.
other cases that we cover every day would get.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Did I get Miss Barbara Hall? If I didn't, hi Miss Barbara, I see you're in here. I saw Junior had a question. Another question. Let me find it. Where'd it go? I think he had asked who did the searching with the dogs. Now I've lost the comment. Hold on. A whole bunch of comments popped up on me. I think Junior had asked who was the one that did the searching with the dogs. Now I can't find it. We've lost Junior. Junior has disappeared.
Okay, and
Welcome.
Christy answered. She said, Dogs of the South came first and tracked his scent. Search team brought a dog in training, and their dogs hit on this buried hole after following Brent's scent."
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, now I see Junior's comment. And welcome. I hope I'm saying your name right. Varaya Tasha. She's our first time here. Just found you in my newsfeed. Love Arkansas. Well, thank you. We love Arkansas too. Me and Arctic are Arkansas native or live in Arkansas natives. So obviously this case, Arkansas cases are very, and this we both have covered Brent's case. And I shared the you guys need to watch the video that Arctic did this morning. I shared it in my community tab here on YouTube, and I know he's shared it on Facebook. Definitely need to watch it and watch his go to his channel and watch his video that he did. I think I did. It was either a video or a live stream on it. So yeah, definitely check it out if you want all the ooey gooey details. I'm telling you, it will blow your mind. Okay, I finally found Junior had asked who tracked him with the dogs. Thank you, Arctic, for putting in Miss PJ's link. Rye says she has not heard of this case, and that's the problem. That's the problem. Hardly anybody has heard of this case. That's why we got to get some people on board, get you guys sharing what you guys. This community is so wonderful about sharing. To get the word out, because and I put the numbers are up there now. The Mississippi County Sheriff's Department, Leachville Police Department, like Arctic said earlier, please write them down somewhere, call them, and give them hell about Brent's case. Okay, Ms. PJ said she messaged the group, was hoping for a response for more information this way to get his case to go viral. Right now, there's a little bit of, for anybody who wasn't here earlier, law enforcement earlier had reached out to actually Brent's mom, I think Miss Christie said, basically they were saying, hey, take down the post, don't quit criticizing law enforcement, blah, 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 blah. And at first they said they were gonna back off, and the search and rescue team page said that they were gonna be handling the updates, but anything they posted about Brent's case would first be approved by the family. But now, right before I came on, I read that Brent's page has posted that they have cleared it with Brent's mom. She is okay with going ahead and posting anything and everything, no matter if law enforcement likes it or not. Because they said it is more important to keep his name out there and get this information out.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Law enforcement's been dropping the ball, like I said, since the beginning in this case. Screw what they think. They don't want you posting on Brent's page. Fine. Let's do one better. Everyone go find the Leachville Police Department's Facebook page and post your concerns on there, because it's illegal for them to delete those comments.
Exactly. Yeah, Miss Barbara would know. She says some police just don't care about the missing. Miss Barbara, Timmy D's case, her son's case, is a prime example. Yep, Dandy says most of the victims are not known cases. They get little to no spotlight. That's true.
I'm not trying to bash the police, Christy. I really am not. I just get very frustrated when case after case I see this very type of behavior, and it's frustrating to see families going through what you and Brent's family are going through right now. That's all. I mean, I think there's a lot of very good law enforcement officers out there. Problem is, they're few and far between when you have ones that drop the ball on a regular basis. I mean, we have Steve from True Crime Web who comes in here, and he may be one that you may reach out to. He has he has his own foundation that is helping
True Crime Web
families.
Foundation.
The True Crime Web Foundation, and he's been instrumental in helping Barbara with her son's case. So, there are good law enforcement officers out there. I've got a good rapport with a lot of officers that actually work with me. If I need a driver's license ran, if I need a background check ran, if I need a tag number ran, they'll run that for me. But there are also very bad law enforcement agencies out there that do absolutely nothing to fucking help these families whatsoever. And in my opinion, that's what's happening in Brent's case. No actions being taken. It's been left up to the family and their devices to do this. In fact, I want to one day hopefully start a nonprofit, and the sheer purpose of that nonprofit is going to be to raise funds so that families don't have to pay out of pocket for their private investigators, and they don't have to pay out of pocket for independent autopsies to be done. They don't have to pay out of pocket to print their flyers and everything. It's going to be surely to help the families with the financial concerns associated with having to take so much upon themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, and like just to reinforce what Arctic said, and I don't know if you're here, Christy, but yes, I did mention that it's not all law enforcement in this case, not all law enforcement is trying to hinder. You said that there are, what did you say, 1 or 2%, that some good ones there that are trying to help, and God bless them. But yeah, we're not bashing by any means everybody, just just the ones that are trying to, whatever they're trying to do, cover it up, hinder, whatever, whatever the deal is. Um, yes, we are definitely. I'm pro law enforcement. I pro law enforcement, first responders. God bless them. But yeah, there are. That's why it frustrates me even more that there's just few bad apples here and there in these departments that just unfortunately give everybody, all of them, a bad name. But yes, we know, yes, there are definitely there's some good ones that you said had been helping, most definitely. Yeah, yes, Verizon said she follows a lot of true crime. Police drop the ball all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Christy says she was being sarcastic.
Well, here's
uh,
the deal. I mean, law enforcement is too quick to write anyone off that has
yes,
had any type of past with drugs, or even if they have a criminal history, whatever the criminal history may be. They got any type of history with alcohol, and then on top of that, any child over the age of 10 that goes missing, they've got this little rubber stamp, and they stamp those kids runaways right there, Johnny, on the spot, without doing any real research into the case or anything like that. Not always, but 99.9% of the time. And my point is that even if they are a runaway, who the fuck cares? They're still a missing child. They're still got family that misses them. And statistically speaking, they're at a higher risk of being trafficked or selling themselves on the streets than an abducted child is.
yes, absolutely. Uh, you're not spamming the chat, Miss PJ. You're fine. Yes, and Miss Barbara says, I believe the law enforcement should get better training and paid more. In her opinion, they just hire these people that don't care. Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, I agree
Unfortunately, and
with
it
the
happens
better.
everywhere.
I agree with the better training part. As far as the paid more until they start doing their jobs, no, they don't need one dime more than what they're getting right now.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about Harmony Montgomery. Verizon said, have they ever found Harmony? No. Nope, nope, nope. Ms. PJ says they need better training. I agree. Also, crimes are happening that they are way more vicious now. Unfortunately, the world is changing. That is true. All right, let me look at my notes and see what else I had. So we went over basically law enforcement telling y'all to stop posting on the Facebook, criticizing. But I know that has changed now within the last hour or so, which is excellent. We talked about the bone that it was sent off, and Miss Phyllis drove for an hour, and they somehow forgot to bring it. That they're not going to be send anything off for testing. Oh, I did want to read once again. Let me find the. Oh no, wrong one. Pushing buttons. Watch out. Special shout out to the Special Tactics Aid and Rescue. And I'm going to see if it will let me share my screen. Let me find. I just wanted to read. I thought this post. I love this post that they did. Let me get it up here. 1 second. Bear with me. Bear with me. Uh, come on, come on. My farm signal's being slow. Uh, oh, and there's also, let me share my screen right quick. Okay, let me go over here. Remove that. Almost removed Arctic. Don't want to do that. Um, share screen. It may take a second for it to come up. There it is. Okay. So one other thing I found is, and I did put a link to it in the description. The search and rescue team group put out a video with the search for Brent McGhee. I highly encourage you. I have not watched it yet because I just now found it, but I'm going to watch it when we get off here tonight. Please do check it out. Once again, the link is in the description. So check that out. Let me get to the okay, so the first post, I hope you guys can see it okay. The first post, this is a special tactics aid and rescue group, says we have reached out to the following: state police, federal, our esteemed governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. They will be reaching out to the Attorney General, the U.S. Marshal Service. They say we aren't giving up, calling and messaging them every day. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Amen. So kudos to them for doing that. There's one other one. Let me find it. Here it is. Message to law enforcement. Now, once again, this is not a blanket statement for all law enforcement, but just the ones involved in Brent's case. And apparently they've taken on another case that is basically, they said law enforcement is appalling. And this was posted yesterday. But they said, message to law enforcement. We were just handed another cold case. This one is 9 months old in the Mineral Springs area, and the response by law enforcement is appalling. If you are in law enforcement and you lack empathy towards a family that has a loved one that has gone missing, you need to give up the badge and start flipping burgers at McDonald's. That badge is a symbol of hope, and people look up to you to help them in a time of need. But from what I've heard about this current case and the case of Brent McGhee, you are misrepresenting what that badge means. Imagine if it was your son, your daughter, your mom, your dad, your cousin, aunt, uncle, etc. that was missing. Would you want someone talking to you the way that you have been talking to the family? Put yourself in their shoes before you open your mouth and spout out your opinions. These people are not just a body. They have a soul, a heart, a family, and friends. There are some good officers, and I feel terrible that they are working for despicable departments. You guys and gals need to speak up and change the department from within. My team has decided we are going to reach out to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is the governor of Arkansas, and lodging a complaint about several departments within the state of Arkansas. We're also going to be contacting the state and federal authorities to look into these matters. If a team of underfunded, overworked, and have no ties to these families' people can show more compassion and heart and understanding towards these people they do not know, why can't you? If you feel like I'm talking to you, I probably am. And it is signed Chief Audie Hodges. So I thought that was just perfectly said. Any thoughts, Arctic?
I about spit Mountain Dew when you said they were going to reach out to Sarah Sanders because she's a joke as a governor.
You are right.
I mean, hopefully it'll do some good, but I wouldn't cross.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said when me and my mom was talking about it, because I've been kind of just, and we might have lost Arctic. Yeah. Like I said, hopefully, but they did say that they were going to be reaching out to maybe U.S. Marshals, federal, state and federal agencies. Hopefully they can get somewhere. We just hope for the best. I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing,
Honestly, I would be writing letters to the Attorney General's office. I'd be writing your congressmen, your senators.
Yep.
I have a little, not much, but a little more faith in them than I do Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah, I have no faith in her. No faith in her. Yeah. And I think, like you said, anybody, and I don't know if anybody out of state can do it, but definitely if you live in Arkansas, reach out to the Attorney General, to whoever else you reach out to, write them a letter or whatever, and do let them know what you think about Brent's case. And apparently these other cases, now I don't know what case they were referring to in Mineral Springs. They probably can't say anything about it now, which is understandable. Yeah, Christy says the video they made on YouTube is awesome. Yes. Yes, and like I said,
It
there
is.
is
I did share that out to both my main Facebook profile and my Facebook group. They did do an awesome job with that video.
yes. Like I said, there's a description to it in the description box. When we get done here, I will put it on. I'll find it. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna put it. I'll put it a link to it on my community tab, and probably share it on Facebook again. Let me see. Yes, Paula, are you talking about a messenger? Yes, I saw it. I haven't had a chance yet to see what it is, but I will look at it. I promise. There's Dave. He's probably driving and listening. Hey, Dave. Yes, listening and driving. Be careful out there driving. Please do check out on the Prowl, our Dave. He does excellent work. Always good to have Dave here. Excuse me. The comments keep jumping on me or disappearing on me. Paula says she agrees with this statement. I don't know what statement you're talking about, but I'm glad you agree. Yes, she is definitely a joke. Absolutely. Miss Christie says, grow some balls. You took an oath. Yes, ma'am. Yes, the Mariah says the Sarah and her podium. Oh God, don't get me started on that. Then it says she's really deflated thinking about almost everyone running the show. Yeah. Excellent. Miss Christie says Project Justice has followed us firmly. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Christy says it is a pretty open and shut case. Yes, just from all the information that you and been giving us, and yeah, pretty much. But like I said, it's just getting law enforcement to do their jobs. And didn't I read? I can't remember if I mentioned it. Someone posted maybe on the Brent's page that they had actually come in and started filling in that hole that y'all did, that has been dug, where I'm assuming where the bones were found. They've already started filling it back in. Oh, my head's gonna explode. Miss PJ says, I usually email all the media. Law enforcement listens when media is constantly contacting them for more information about cases, and media likes cases like this. I've done mass emails to media on cases. Excellent. Yeah, yeah. Anything anybody can do to help get this information out to media, mainstream media, any media, other creators that want to most definitely do it. Miss Christie says 2 minutes with the wife and I'll have all the answers. I don't doubt it, Miss Christie. I don't doubt it. Oh, you don't have to mute yourself out. You jump in whenever you want to, Arctic. You don't have to mute out. You're not interrupting me.
I feel bad because I've talked over you a couple of times and I don't mean to. So
it does not bother me. It is fine. It is fine. I'm you know me. I'm easy to get along with. Nothing bothers me, especially when we're talking about something as important as this. Miss PJ asked you if you put yourself in timeout. Oh goodness. Okay, what else was I gonna do? Trying to see if there were any other hold on right quick, guys. Let me go back over to Facebook and see if there's anything from Brent's page that I was going to. One second. Give me a minute to see if I can find what I'm. Uh, oh, if I help if I go to the right page here. Because I thought there was something I read just right before I came on. Okay, so 2 hours ago, a post on Finding Brent McGhee page says, after talking with Phyllis, which is Brent's mom, we have decided not to stop talking, especially about the way this is being handled. I just thought I was upsetting her and Jamie or causing them problems by speaking out. But Phyllis assured me that finding Brent and getting justice for him is more important than anyone's hurt feelings or pride. And she wishes for this page to keep doing what it is doing. So that is what we will do. Absolutely.
Absolutely. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. And like you can ask Miss Barbara, if we hadn't raised as much hell as we did in Timmy's case, his remains would still be laying in that dry creek bed right now because no one was going out there looking for him. It took us podcasters getting involved and calling out the fuckery in that case for them to at least go and find his remains. They still
Yep.
haven't done anything to press charges against the ones responsible for Timmy's death. They still haven't pinged his damn phone, even though a Facebook post was made a month after Timmy went missing. They haven't done shit up until now. Hopefully that's going to change, though, thanks to Mr. Steve.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah. Varya says, we want to hear conversation. Absolutely. And I know Arctic is not never short on opinions and thoughts. And he has good opinions and thoughts. All right. Oh, David's saying, sorry, I haven't been around lately trying to follow. It's okay, Dave. It's okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions for Miss Christie or about this case that we haven't covered? Or I'm trying to think if there's, I think that's about all I had regarding this new information. But yes, definitely the numbers are up there on the slide again. Like Arctic said, screenshot them or jot them down. Yes, Arctic is awesome. I agree. Jot them down, screenshot them, give them hell. Give them hell. You have anything else, Miss Christie? Anything that I've forgotten? I've tried to go back over the post in on the back pages, messages that you sent me last night and today to make sure I got everything in. Yeah, Dandy says nobody is going to love our babies like we do. Law enforcement, some law enforcement will qualify with that because there are good out there, and I try to believe that there is more good ones out there than not. But
Ooh, that's getting more and more difficult for me on the daily right now.
yeah, yes. Yeah, Miss Barb says exactly. They would not come out and even look for Timmy. Arctic, yes, Arctic was a rock star. He's a rock star anyway, but a rock star in helping Miss Barb. Absolutely. Between Arctic and Mr. Steve, I couldn't think of any two better people to be helping out on Miss Barb was with Timmy's case or any case. You are most welcome, ma'am. Miss Christie says, thanks, guys. We need all this publicity. Like us, follow us, share us. Yes. Once again, I did pin the link to Brent's page at the top of the chat. It's also in the description. Please go over there, like them, follow them, leave some comments, some words of encouragement, love. This is a wonderful community for sharing, for spreading love, for supporting families. Um, this is just a wonderful community. So we most definitely will do that. Also, once again, please do go check out the Special Tactics Aid and Rescue. Show them some love. Leave them some comments, because they do have several posts on their page about Brent's case. Show them that you care, that we care. You know, there are people out there that care and that appreciate what they are doing, everything they have done, everything they will do, not just for Brent's case, but for all these, I said it earlier, all these families that they are helping. They are doing a magnificent job. They are rock stars also. All right, let me get back into comments. Yes, Miss PJ does excellent work. Yes, and I think, yeah, Miss Christie, if you can get in touch with, and I think y'all hooked up on Facebook, you can absolutely trust Miss PJ. She is one of the good ones. So, and I'm sure Miss PJ is willing to do anything and everything she can to help get more awareness and get the ball rolling. She's a squeaky wheel too, to get stuff done. Miss Christie says, want to join our next search? We will keep you posted. Share Brent's face, scream his name, hashtag bring Brent home. Yes. And I will. I think I had find Brent McGhee in there, but I will change it. It will become a permanent part of my crawler down on the bottom, and my hashtags I use on Facebook and here on YouTube. Hashtag bring Brent home. Absolutely. Yeah, Miss Barbara, I'm telling you, Miss Barbara's a sharing machine. She will get it shared out anywhere and everywhere. And I will, I have put Brent's missing poster on my Facebook and community tab, but I will share them again to make them easier to find. Please, once again, share them anywhere and everywhere you can. Share Brent's page anywhere and everywhere you can. Most important thing we can do is, you're most welcome, Miss Christie, and don't ever hesitate to reach out to me or Arctic if you need anything else. Keep us in the loop. Keep us in the loop. And I know there are things we can't say out loud, and you can trust us that we are not going to give away any information that's not supposed to be out there. Miss Donna is here. Hello, Miss Donna, for missing and not forgotten. Thank you for being here. Are you out of Facebook jail? Poor Miss Donna is always getting thrown in Facebook jail just for sharing missing persons flyers. Yes,
Oh,
we
I know.
love squeaky wheels.
Mark Zuckerberg's always putting me in Facebook jail too, and that son of a bitch doesn't even give me a decent prison dinner. All he feeds me is a Vienna sausage.
Why does he put you in Facebook jail?
Every advocate is being targeted right now because they
Yeah.
flag our posters and our videos as spam.
Yeah. That's just crazy. But, and my mom was even, because I've talked to her about this a lot, and she looks at some buy and sell groups, on Facebook every once in a while. And she says she sees those, because I told her about them. I said, if you see a missing persons flyer and it's in a buy and sell group, it is a scam. Report it. Whatever. Now, I don't know if she can figure out how to do that, but I said, let me find it and I will report it. But yeah, they won't go after those, but they'll go after legitimate people like us creators and advocates, and, like us and Miss Donna, and put us in Facebook jail. Now, I have not got put in Facebook jail yet. Not to say that I won't at some point, but it's just ridiculous. Yes, thank you. Once again, there is Brent's page. Definitely go give them some love and support. Thank you, Dandy. Absolutely. So you're still in Facebook jail? Oh my goodness! And then that you don't know, you haven't got your release date for Facebook jail? Yeah, Miss Christie says, I mean, 1% would love for him to stroll up with some crazy ass story of where he's been for 100 plus days. But let's be real. Yeah, it's just, oh, God bless you. Love and light to you, to the family. Uh, okay. Or not Arctic. I'm getting Arctic and Dave mixed up. Dave says, R.I.P. Paul Diano. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Somebody will have to fill me in. As Christy says, I haven't completely let go of that 1% of hope, but I have to be real. But until we have somebody, I can, yeah, you always have to keep hope. Absolutely. Nothing at all wrong with keeping hope. We all have to keep hope.
Absolutely. I mean, shoot, we have seen people come back after as long as 50 years. So,
Yes.
there's always that chance.
Yep. And like that one, I keep mentioning it, but that one story I found and shared, 70 years. A boy was kidnapped in California, 6 years old. 70 years later, he was found alive and well on the East Coast. And he was
Oh, I mean,
reunited with
there's
his
Melissa
family.
Highsmith that Well, there was also Melissa Highsmith, who was found after several years. There's been several of those cases, and so that's what I hang on to when we've
Yes.
got cases like Brent's and Sebastian's where they've been missing for such a long period of time. I hang on to those cases where these people have been reunited with families after, in that one case, 70 plus years. So.
Yeah. He must have been the original. Okay, so just off topic for 1 minute. Al said he was the lead singer for Iron Maiden. He must have been there before the one that the lead singer I've always known from Iron Maiden. But anyway, yes, thank you, Miss Paula, sending prayers. Yes, all the thoughts, prayers, good vibes, most definitely. All right, let's jump over real quickly to this other case, and I did ask. Arctic knows about this case too because I asked him. I don't think I made it. Oh yeah, I did. And this incident literally happened just a few miles down, or actually be up. It's north of me, up north of where I live, my actual house, and it is just the craziest. This one will get your blood boiling too. Yes, Miss Christie says, until we have him, I cannot completely let go. Absolutely, absolutely. Stephen Ironside was located 6 hours ago. I remember that name. Is that one we talked about Monday? Is that the one? Yes, that was the one. Was that the silver alert y'all had? Was he found alive or not? Yes, Miss Christie says I'm talking about Brian. I'm sure his mother feels the same way. Yep. Yes, so he was found alive. Please, hopefully, he was found alive. All right. Okay, let me. I had a couple of articles about this crazy case. Like I said, this one happened literally just a few miles from my house where all this took place. And I have a couple of articles. Let me go back over here. So Arkansas father is arrested after allegedly taking the life of the man he found with his missing 14-year-old daughter. So the on the slide there, the middle picture, the man on the right is the father, Aaron Spencer. The POS there on the very right side is Michael Fosler. He is the predator groomer. He is deceased, thanks to the father. So let me find the articles. And I'll try to, well, I won't try to screen share them. Because I got the pictures of them up there. So this article, this happened on around the 17th, 18th, because this article is from the 18th. The Lonoke County Sheriff's Office arrested a man, the father, Aaron Lewis, last week. So it was before the 18th. Last week in connection to a homicide. That man, Aaron Spencer, reported his daughter missing before later locating her in a vehicle with Michael Fosler, who is on the right, the POS, resulting in a confrontation and a pew-pewing. And Fosler there was pronounced deceased at the scene. Our wonderful sheriff here in Lonoke County, County Sheriff John Staley, told Channel 7 News, quote, Aaron Spencer was acting as a father. There's no way that we're going to put the criminals ahead of our kids, your kids, my kids. They're all children. But yet, Aaron Spencer has been charged with first-degree homicide following the shooting incident. The sheriff says they responded to the initial call regarding Fosler in July. So this has been, and there's some other details. I was going to write them down, but I think it tells most of them in these articles. Staley says, took report of an inappropriate relationship and SA misconduct. We realized it was Cabot jurisdiction. We forwarded it to Cabot detectives. Cabot worked that case. He was subsequently arrested back in July, placed in the Lonoke County Detention Center. The initial charges were SA and internet stalking. And he says he believes other charges were added, such as CSAM charges. So Mr. Spencer, the father, called the Lonoke County Sheriff's Office the night of October 8th to report his 14-year-old daughter missing. He says, hey, my daughter, I can't find her. She's not in her room. So calls for a missing juvenile. Tuesday at about 1 o'clock in the morning, as we're arriving on the scene, we got the second 911 call of a shooting. While deputies were on their way, Spencer, the father, informed them that he had found his daughter in a truck with the predator groomer POS Fosler, which led to a dispute between the two men, ultimately leading to Spencer fatally shooting Fosler. It was just down the road. Deputies arrived, investigators arrived, and Mr. Spencer was detained because it was a homicide. The sheriff says the investigation is still ongoing and is in the hands of the prosecutor. I don't know who this is talking. I'm assuming it's Sheriff Staley. And it says, my investigators have family. They have children. I'm a daddy. In a situation similar to this, I can't tell you I wouldn't act the same way, but now we are the fact finders. We don't file the charges. We supply the information so the prosecutor can make a determination whether it was justified or not. In my opinion, it is. Sheriff Staley says his thoughts are with both sides, both families, saying that the families of predators often do not know what the individual's up to. That is true. So Mr. Spencer, the father, was taken into custody, charged with first-degree homicide, and he was released. He was being held in Lonoke County Jail, where he posted bail, and he was released the next day. So that is the basic information.
Well, I got thoughts. First off, if this piece of shit was arrested in July on such serious charges, what the fuck was he doing out in October?
Thank you.
Secondly, if this man placed a 911 call and reported his daughter missing to law enforcement, how is it that he was able to find his daughter and law enforcement wasn't? If law enforcement had done their job and found the little girl, he wouldn't have had to shoot the piece of shit. And thirdly, shooting him was way too good because he should have been hung by his yin yang in the middle of Times Square.
Exactly. And I can tell you, because I do live in Lonoke County, like I said, this incident happened just a matter of not too many miles up the road from where my house is. So I can speak on Lonoke County. Lonoke County is horrible, horrible, horrible. when it comes to things like this. I can tell you that from experience, or not personal experience, but just living here all my life and knowing how things work in this county. Is not once again, not it's not a not a blanket statement about all law enforcement. Some aspects, some of them just like in Brent's case and in Timmy's case. And I got another article too I'm gonna read with some more information that was given by the mother. From everything, if I'm reading everything correctly, and once again, Arctic he has the degree in criminal justice. To me, the family did everything right. So let me get caught up in comments right quick. I think I'm about caught up. Yes, absolutely. Dandy says, I'm not sorry for saying this. He stood his ground and protected his child. Amen, sister. Because there's some history there. This had been going on with the daughter, with Aaron Spencer's daughter. It had been going on at least all this summer, all this past summer. The grooming, the essaying have been going on for quite some time. Apparently, this little girl, their daughter, is not the only one, because after this incident happened, people from the community have started getting in touch with the family and saying, look, my daughter was a victim. My daughter was a victim. My daughter was a victim. So he has, now it's not publicly been released. Now some of it has, but there are both, he has had multiple victims. All right, let me caught up right quick, and I'll read that other article. All right. This just blew my mind. Okay. Stop my camera. I'll read it right quick. So this is just another article. It came out around the same time. It came out the 13th of October. And once again, this incident with the killing, the shooting happened, I think it was the 8th of October. And this is from foxnews.com. An Arkansas man was arrested after allegedly shooting and killing a man who was found in a vehicle with the father's missing 14-year-old daughter. Aaron Spencer, 36, reported his daughter missing on Tuesday, and Lonoke County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to his home. But as deputies were on the way to the residence, they learned that Spencer had found his daughter in a vehicle with Michael Fossler, 67. Once again, a confrontation ensued between the two men before Spencer, allegedly shot and killed Fossler. Once again, deputies arrested Mr. Spencer on a preliminary charge of first-degree homicide. He was booked. He was released the next day. Sheriff John Staley said in a video on Facebook that Spencer has not been formally charged. The DA will decide what charges to file. Staley said the basic yada yada. This is a tragic situation, and my thoughts and prayers are with all involved. Okay, so Aaron Spencer's wife Heather said on Facebook that Fossler had a no contact order with their daughter for stalking and S.A.ing her over the summer. So it's been going on this whole summer, and maybe even before that, and that she and her husband feared that Fossler might take the life of their daughter. And they also said that she and her husband were unaware that Fossler was again in contact with their daughter. She goes on to say, we absolutely called 911 during the entire event. We had no idea this man was in contact with our child again. He already had 6 to 9 felonies waiting for him. He was looking at the rest of his pathetic life in jail, and our daughter was the only witness. Some things we will never know, but we know that the police department afforded this predator privacy they did not give our family, including posting our home address. I'm deeply offended by the way this was handled by the county sheriff's office. She added, at the end of the day, our daughter is a victim, and we have a long road of recovery for everyone. We are so thankful for all calls, messages, and prayers. Falsler had been arrested by another law enforcement agency in July, booked for internet stalking of a child and SA. We're not going to go over what Staley said again. The sheriff said deputies are looking into what happened leading up to the incident. Staley says, when we get on scene and there's a homicide, it means one person took the life of another. It's either justified or not justified. That's what the fact-finding investigation is going to find out. So the mother, Heather, the mother had set up a GoFundMe to help pay for legal fees, but the GoFundMe removed the fundraiser for some reason or another and returned the money to the donors. It says GoFundMe's terms of service prohibit fundraisers from raising money for the legal defense of anyone formerly charged with an alleged violent crime. Because of this, she is now accepting money on Venmo and Cash App. She says, my husband is a hero, and we are so thankful to have him home with us for now. We want to do everything possible to ensure he can continue to be here to protect us. She also thanked other victims who reached out to her with allegations that Falsler attacked them. She says, quote, we have gotten a clear picture of a predator who continuously worked with children and preyed on young girls. This man was chief of police somewhere in Indiana and a resource officer, giving us a better idea of why the Lonoke County courts have been protecting him and going after my husband. And it says the incident remains under investigation. So this man, this POS, apparently was a police chief somewhere in Indiana. He was, I'm assuming, a school resource officer. Oh, just unbelievable.
So this family did everything they were supposed to do. They dialed 911. They let them know that this man had taken their daughter again. And again, he shouldn't have ever been let out. Now we find out there's multiple victims, not just the one. And part of the reason why he keeps getting away with this shit is because when he did get arrested, they just released him back out on the street to recommit the same offense. And then they arrest the father. Now, if I was this dad's lawyer, I would argue heat of passion all day long. I know there's going to be
Yes.
some out there that say, oh, he was being doing vigilante justice. Well, no, he came across his daughter in the truck with this man. And I'll tell you what, I would have pulled over right away. There wouldn't have been any words exchanged, and I would have shot the man right in the fucking dick. But law enforcement dropped the ball. Had they not ever
Yep.
let this man out of jail, this would have never happened. He wouldn't have had the chance to reoffend. And had they done their job when the father dialed 911, he wouldn't have had to go out and find his own daughter in that situation and lose his mind and end up killing the man. I'm very frustrated, and I know Christy
Oh,
was
yeah.
asking about the man, about the father's bond. Well, I'm sure the community came together to
Yes, they
raise the
did.
money to get him out of jail. Hell, if I had known how much the amount was, I would have sent a Cash App or donated to the GoFundMe, because he should have never gone to jail, in my opinion. I mean, this is a clear case of him defending his daughter against a predator.
Yes, and I know for a fact, secondhand knowledge coming from my mom, that people, even in the town I live in, looks like I said, not far from where it happened. We're not that far from Cabot. As soon as this happened and he was in jail, members of my community they live in, surrounding communities, pulled money together to get his bond so he could be released. So yes, that did happen. I can tell you that for a fact. So thank God for those people, you know. And I understand, you know, they're talking about how the GoFundMe, I understand they have their rules that you can't do a GoFundMe for somebody who's been charged or convicted of, he hasn't been convicted of anything. And technically, he hasn't been formally charged with homicide. But to take down that GoFundMe, but there again, I know for a fact also that people have been pitching in for legal defense. And then plus they said she had the Cash App and Venmo. So yeah, there are lots. I can tell you in this community, there are people that are wholeheartedly on the side of the father and are doing everything they can to make sure they have everything they need, whether it be money, whatever, for his
I'll have
defense
to
if
look
he's
and see if I
charged.
can find how to. I will have to look and see if I can find the Cash App and the Venmo to donate to, because I'd very much like to help with his legal fees if I can.
Yeah, and I don't think it said in the. Let me go back to the article. Just says she is accepting money on Venmo and Cash App. Now her first name is Heather, and their last name is Spencer. So Heather Spencer. I don't know if that's the name it's under. The father's name is Aaron Spencer. So with your skills, you can probably do some investigating and find it.
Oh yeah, I'll find it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it says she's accepting money on Venmo and Cash App. All right. Get to some of y'all's comments. Yes, Dandy says it is complete BS that the destroyers of the soul get a smack on the wrist. Yeah, it's like Miss Barbara says, catch and release, catch and release. Whether it be if they're substance dealers, if they're POS predator groomers like this man, he's not even a man, this monster. It's just don't understand it. Hey, Sunday Doodles, welcome. Good to have you here. Says OMG, and he is out on the street. Yeah, well, not anymore, but yes, he was out on the street. And who knows? I don't know how long he'd been, because they have released, and this is another thing that frustrates me. They will give all the information in the world about Mr. Spencer, the father, to the world. You know, but I have searched and looked on the Google machine about anything about the POS Fosler, and they're not printing anything about Fosler. All they're worried about is printing stuff about the father, because he's the one that took out the POS. It's just, and I swear for the 2 days or 3 days after they started reporting it, you couldn't even find a picture of Fosler. It was all Mr. Spencer with the mugshot and this and that. It was all about
Oh
that. It
yeah,
was nothing.
it was absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
And doxing the family's address, that was the worst. I mean,
Oh my God. Go ahead.
that just pissed me off. I
Yeah.
mean, and I haven't had a chance to go look to see if this piece of shit had even registered as a sex offender in Arkansas. I'd be curious to see if he's even on the registry.
I would probably say probably not. Now it's just me guessing, but yeah, I mean, and I want to know, because I tried to find information about how long he had been in Arkansas. And like I said, I don't have connections. So I just, whatever I can find on Google about how long he'd been in Arkansas, where exactly he was chief in Indiana, if he had any charges in Indiana, if that's where the ones in July came from. Because like I said, they have put no information out about him that I could find. Like I said, somebody like, Arctic, you got connections, you might can find, some information. But yeah, it was all about the dad killing it's ridiculous. Chrissy said, didn't he have to post an outrageous bond? I can't remember how much. I remember reading in one of the articles how much the bond was, but I can't remember. Yeah, it was probably outrageous. But like I said, luckily, even members from the community I live in, the surrounding communities, they pitched in, and helped raise money for his bond because he was out either that night or the next day. He was out. They'd raised enough money. So God bless those people. Yes, Arctic says he should not have had it in the bond at all. Yeah, yep. Yeah, absolutely. Should have set his ass in jail. Yep, Miss Barb said it. That's the catch and release program. Absolutely. Yep, but the daddy had to post a bond. Yep. Yep, absolutely. They did. Yep. They did. Yeah, I agree with you too. Sunday Doodle says the court has blood on their hands, in my opinion. Dandy says she supports vigilante justice, especially when Ellie doesn't get. Yeah, but like I said, and Arctic said, I don't consider this vigilante justice. This was a man protecting his daughter, and it did not, as far as I could find, give any information. I mean, who's to say? Because it has not released any information about. And I understand they keep stuff to themselves. It has not released any information about Fosler. Did Fosler have a weapon? Was Fosler coming at Mr. Spencer, at the father, when he caught up to him? None of that has been released. Like I said, the only thing that's released was that the father killed the predator. It could have been he. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Fosler was. He could have had a weapon with him. He could have been coming at the father or threatening the daughter, but we don't know because they have not released that information. Miss PJ wants to know, has there been, yes, there has there been any vigils or events for Brent to bring awareness, or should I say attract media, LA to open that? I know there's been at least one vigil, probably more, but they posted, was it last weekend, the weekend before last? They did have a vigil. Absolutely. Yeah, Miss Barbara says, "Are you kidding me? A school resource officer." I'm just assuming because whenever I hear resource officer, I think school resource officer. So I'm assuming that yes, he was a school resource officer and chief of police somewhere in Indiana. Yeah, Christy says, but it'll be some crock of shite. If all your daughters, 14-year-old daughters, shouldn't have pursued him and gotten the truck and left with him, it'll be some crock of, yeah. See, and there's already some people saying, oh, well, she willingly got into the truck with him. Well, yes, that's what happens when a child is groomed. And he had been grooming her for at least this summer. And if I was to hazard a guess, probably a lot longer. So yes, and Arthur could speak on that too. He's knows about trafficking and grooming, and not personally, that came out wrong.
Absolutely. I mean,
He knows.
these kids, a lot of these predators and stuff, I'm not sure in this particular case, but likely this man could have met this little girl on a game platform. That's where a lot of these predators lurk and try to
Mm-hmm.
groom these children and everything and form relationships with them. And then it moves off of the gaming platform. Oh, well, let's be friends offline. Do you have a Snapchat? Do you have a Telegram? And then they start messaging these kids and everything. And,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the trafficking situation goes, well, the trafficking, the closer you are to an interstate, the higher the likelihood that a child's going to get trafficked because the interstate system is It's a little bit exaggerated, but it's basically a trafficking network. There's literally truck stops that are fronts for trafficking and prostitution houses. And there's truckers out there. Not all truckers are bad. I want to put that out there. But there
Mm-hmm.
are truckers out there that use the CB radio that have their own language developed so they can put out what they're looking for before they arrive at these truck stops.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, Miss Doodlebug, there's our doodle. She says, "Hello, human. So sorry I'm late. You're fine. You can go back and watch it from the beginning.
I
Good to
did,
have you here."
if you want to check back chat, I did drop Michael's court documents, his court cases in the back chat for you.
Okay, let me see if I can. Oh, private chat. What am I doing? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me do it from my computer. Give me 1 second. Why did it go away? Hold on. Oh, just pushing buttons. Hold on. It came up, but then it went away. Oh, come on. Hold on. I'm going to have to type it in again. 1 minute. Yes, I accept. Well, crap. It says no cases. Was it from Arkansas?
Hold on a second.
Either I'm doing something wrong, but when I click on the link, I'm clicking on it on my computer so I can bring it up.
There should have been four cases. Let me see if I can send them to you individually.
Well, I put in because I had this. I do use this case info thing that use this site, so I should just be able to type in. Oh no, hold on. Participants. Okay, let me try it again. Participants. Oh. Yes, I accept. Oh, there we go. I got them. I found them. All right. Felony. Let me see.
Dave, that's when you need to get out a nice big lightsaber and shine it right in the people's eyes when they sit there and high beam you.
What?
Dave was talking about if one more person with high beams him tonight, he's going to lose his shit.
Oh, Dave was. That doesn't surprise me. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see. All right. Let me see if this one will come up. Let's see which one has the it's a certificate of service. I'm not good at looking at these documents. So which one? Okay, so which one should I read? There's order to seal affidavit, motion for discovery, waiver of arraignment and plea of not guilty, motion to suppress, state's response to discovery, state's motion for discovery. Let me see about that other one. Bear with me, guys.
Never mind, because I just went through all that, and all those cases are related to mortgage bullshit, it looks like. I'm not sure where the dockets are related to the case in July.
Yeah, that's what I've been looking at, the ones you sent me, and I'm not finding any kind of anything to do with the SA type stuff. Hmm. I wonder if those cases in Arkansas now. I've just used this site a couple of times, but if the cases are still open, will it not give information? Does it have to be after they're closed or before they release like affidavits and search warrants or whatever they have?
Now, generally speaking, you'll be able to see the things unfold throughout the trial. I know that's how it is in Oklahoma. I assume it's that way here. I don't go on there that often looking at Arkansas cases, but I've seen,
Yeah,
where the judge has ordered someone to pay the court fees and ordered them to pay this and pay that. So I would assume it's the same way
yeah.
here.
So I'm trying to think, because I don't think it said in the article that it would have had to be though. It had to be that the July incident had to be in Arkansas because it said it was this over this summer that he started with her, messing with her, or at least this summer. There could have been some before. So yeah, it should be in the Arkansas court system. We'll have to get our do our researches and see if we can see what we can find. Most definitely. Um. Paula says, did the suspect, if you're talking about Fosler, live in the same town? I don't know because they have not released any of his information that I can find as far as public information. They
Well,
have
I
not.
just confirmed he wasn't on the sex offender registry, but again, if he wasn't convicted, that makes sense that he wouldn't be on the
Yeah,
registries.
yeah, yeah. Paula, we don't know, or I don't know. I said there is very little information actually about the predator, the bad man. Um, I have no clue where he lives. I don't know if he, now I know the family lived either in Cabot or the Cabot area, which if anybody not from Arkansas or Central Arkansas has no idea but where that is. I'm very familiar with Cabot in that area, but I did, there's little to no information about Fosler, however you say it.
I'll,
Everything that
I'll
they've been
get some.
printing.
I'll get some of my team to dig on it a little bit and see if we can come up with some information.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like I said, I all I can do is go to Uncle Google, the Google machine, and just whatever I can find on there, or to the Arkansas that site for you can get the court documents and stuff. That's all. That's all I can do. But yes, definitely, if you find anything, let me know. Let us know. But I'm going to assume, Paula, that maybe I'm going to assume, just assuming that he did live in this, at least the general area. Um, but I'm not 100% on that, so don't take it as the fact. I don't want to be giving out a fault, misinformation. Uh, Chrissy says special aid put a new post. Who is special? Oh, about law enforcement. Oh, with a special the tactic group. Oh crap! Hold on, 1 minute. Sorry, guys, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Christy, you talking about the special tactics? The stocking. I call them S.T.A.R. Special. The group, the search group. Let me go check. Let me go back and check. I have their. Christy, which post are you talking about? Because there's a post about, I'm assuming it's, we're looking for this man. Please help share and get the word out. Trey Beard. And then they have, somebody was found safe. Then it's, Christy, just let me know what you're talking about. I read that, if you're talking about law enforcement, I read that one earlier. Is that what you're talking about? Where they basically did a mic drop on the on law enforcement and what they should be doing? Paula says, which one was the resource officer? The bad guy, the Fosler, the deceased, the groomer, predator, pedo. He was I'm going to assume a school resource officer. And he was apparently chief of police somewhere in Indiana at some point, and a resource officer. I'm assuming that is all in Indiana. Yeah, he was a resource officer. And if it was school, he had I'm not trying to sound crass, but if it was a school resource officer, he had a whole playground whole playground. It's horrible. Absolutely. Dandy says, groomed and doomed. I cry for our children. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Doodle says, our children have no chance. This has to stop somehow. You are correct, ma'am. You are correct. Oh, I have to put my hair up. I'm getting hot. Oh, there's Dave's comment you were talking about. If I hate that too. If one more person, Dave said, if one more person high beams me tonight, I'm about to lose my shite. I hate that. And them stupid, whatever they call I want to say it's not halogen lights, but those really bright, weird colored lights that a lot of newer cars, or I don't know if it comes standard or if people have them put on. Those drive me crazy too. Yeah. Dandy says, Dave, flash them back with a finger.
Oh God, those those xenon beam headlights, or
Yes,
the high
yes.
definition headlights. I don't know who woke up one night and said, we need headlights so bright we can count the hairs on a fly's ass at night. But I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, because I'm to the age and my eyes are so bad, I cannot drive at night anymore. If it's long, I have to go any further than like to town, to my, from the farm to town, which is about 5 minutes, or if I have to go to the next town over, which is about 15 minutes, which I can take the back roads and avoid the lights. I cannot see to drive at night, and then lights coming at you, and then those lights like you're talking about, them special, whatever, the devil lights. Oh my God. Drives me insane. Miss PJ says, my youngest daughter is so cautious on social media after I started covering missing persons. She is 15 and interrupts my lives, so she knows what I cover on YouTube. I'm telling you, you can't be too cautious. And unfortunately, it's not just female girls, it's boys too. My youngest nephew is 18, and I tell him all the time, be careful with, because there are predators out there who have specific taste, and not all of them are into little girls, or little girls, big girls, whatever the case may be. Yeah, Paula says, is it a clear night? Why do you need high beams for? Yeah, it drives me nuts when people won't lower their high beams. Getting caught up. Oh, my comments just jumped on me. Hold on. Let me find where I was. Oh, I am. Oh, Doodle says you're only 10 away from 1,000 subs. Let's make it happen. Please share this out. Oh, Sunday Doodles gifted 1 Southern Gal True Crime membership. Thank you, Sunday. Thank you, Doodles. You know what's coming. Let me make sure. Yes, because Miss Christie became a member. Thank you so much. And Sunday Doodles gifted 1 membership. So get ready for the moo cow. You get the moo moo. Where's my moo moo? There it is. Thank you so much, ladies, and to everybody. Everybody. And somebody commented, and I lost my plate. Oh, there it is. They couldn't afford to be a member, become a member or donate. That is fine. Subbing, liking, sharing is the most important. All those things are free. They're easy. They are just as important, maybe more important, to the channel to help get this information out. So don't nobody ever feel bad, because I don't do it for the money anyway. Any money I make from memberships and donations goes right back into the channel. But yes, everything that you guys do is very important. No matter what it is. Like I said, subbing, sharing, commenting, liking. We love all of it. All of it is important.
I did send you a screenshot of some stuff I was able to find on in digging just while I was listening on Michael. If you want to check that when you get time.
Where did you send it to?
Your messenger on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Nothing vital. I just found his address and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'll because it's all I had to do it on my phone, which I'm using to record now. But yes, I will. Thank you. I will check it, and I will do a video or something, post it somewhere. I'll try to remember to post it in Discord. I'm so bad. I apologize to anybody who's on my Discord. I hardly ever post in Discord, but I will, since I did finally download the Discord app on my phone, which is a lot easier to get it to come up on my phone. So yes. Thank you, Arctic.
No problem.
So I'll put it on. I'll try to remember to put it on Discord. In the Facebook group. I'll look at it. Thank you. Thought I saw somebody, a new name that I don't want to miss it. It said they were new here. Maybe it was further down. There's one. Mario Goma. No, I can't read. Mario Games. Hello, just subbed. Thanks for the link, Doodle. Thank you, Mario, for being here. Thank you, Doodle, for putting out the link. Thank you, everybody who shared out the link for the live stream. Welcome, Mario. Good to have you here. Absolutely. Did Jessie Ann get the membership? I know she popped into a chat. I don't know if it's my chat or if I'm with somebody else's chat. Maybe in a Dave's chat the last time I got to go to his. If it's the same Jessie Ann. Yeah, Dandy says, thank you, Sunday Doodles, for supporting the channel. Welcome to the fam, JC Ann. Yes, welcome, welcome, and thank you. Sunday, if you're talking about this case, Sunday says, can you search the local news reports? That's the problem. I've searched all the ones that I could find, and if you're talking about getting more information on Fosler, the reports that I've read, which is basically all of them that I found on Google, they're more interested in smearing the father's name and putting all his information out, including their home address, than giving any information about the bad guy. So I'm hoping that at some point they'll start putting out some information about Fosler, but I'm not going to hold my breath. There's the other name I saw a while ago. +1 subbed. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Absolutely. Miss Barb says, my nephew said he'd do the same thing for his daughter. Absolutely. Any father would do that for their daughter. I mean, absolutely. And like I said, they have not released on what exactly happened, and I'm not holding my breath for them to release that. I'm sure they're not going to release that, especially if they do, which I'm hoping they don't, which they do, if they formally charge Mr. Spencer, the father, with homicide, then they're not going to release any information, I'm assuming, on what exactly happened. Got some bunch of new names in here. Grits and Eggs, welcome. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Another one, Stan Man, says hi. Welcome. Love seeing all these new names in here. Thank you for coming in and hanging out and deciding to spend some of your time with us for these. Well, we have royalty in here. The National Treasure is here. Hello, Mr. Steve from True Crime Web is here. Always a pleasure and honor. Mr. Steve is the real deal. He is former everything. Law enforcement, CSI, SWAT, anything you can think of, Mr. Steve has done. But he says, what adult male has any business with a 14-year-old, and said adult male should expect at minimum a beating? Well said. Exactly. So now we have a law enforcement professional in here. If he's still here, I'm behind in comments a little bit, about 5 or 10 minutes. So, Mr. Steve, what if you want to give an opinion? Do you think this is justified? I mean, I know you don't know all the facts, obviously, but in my eyes, yeah, if it was me and my daughter or son, whatever the case may be, a child that was had been basically kidnapped, or they say kidnapped, but then I read she did willingly get into the truck with him, but then that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. That's the grooming, stalking situation. So you know how that goes. I mean, to me, and like I said, we don't have the information. It could very well be that Fosler had, he could have had a weapon. He could have been going towards Mr. Spencer, the father, or threatening the daughter, or, we don't know. But, I can just say I am fully on the side of the father. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just now getting to comment. Yes, the search team. They released a new post. I looked at let me refresh it and see. Now I did read the post. I think I can't remember. I think you were here. The only new post I see on their page is the one about Trey Beard. Somebody, Jamie. Oh, the one missing from Maumelle, Jamie. I can't read the name. Was found safe. That's good. She was found safe. I read the one that began, "Dear Law Enforcement." I read that one. We talked about the video they put out. So, Paula says, "Why wasn't he fired?" Are you talking about from the resource officer? We don't know. We don't know, and he could have been. I don't know. Like I said, there's so very little information that has been put out about him, about Fosler. We Okay, Christy says the special aid search team's last post. Make sure I'm not missing. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Share screen. May take a second to come up. Okay. This is the last post that I seen 48 minutes ago. It says we're looking for this man. Please help share and get the word out. There's this picture, and that name sounds so familiar. It says somebody named Donnie Harris posted, "I have something that's been weighing on my heart severely. This is Trey Beard. He is the son of a very, very, very good friend of mine, lifelong friend. You could say more like a brother. Trey has been missing several days now. I'm trusting and believing for a safe return to his father and mother. I realize I've shared this photo probably 50 times. We'll share it 50 more times. Every time it comes across my screen, I'm asking you all to do the same. We're always looking at these missing children photos. Just giving it a quick share, trying to help someone out. But it really hits close to home when it's someone you know, a child you've seen, grow into a young man. I cannot imagine how his parents are feeling right now. Please be in prayer for this family, and please come together in prayer for his safe return." Is that the one that you're talking about? And then they have the one, Jamie, I don't know if it's McKnighton. It's the one that was missing from my mail. I remember seeing that it came up on my notifications on my phone. She has been found safe. Like I said, I read this one about Dear Law Enforcement. I read that one. I did read the one. There was one before that, or the video, and I did. Where'd it go? I read this one, that they're reaching out to the state police, federal police, the governor, attorney general, U.S. Marshals. I read that one. There's another one I want to thank everyone of the volunteers of the organization for helping with efforts in finding Brent McGhee. It gives the names. So that's all that I have on here. So I don't, if that's the one you're talking about, Christy. All right. Oh, you tagged me. Okay, I'll have to look at it because actually I got to change it if I can remember my password to my Southern Gal True Crime. But actually, the Facebook that I have up on my computer is my personal Facebook. So when I get done here, I'll get on my phone on my Southern Gal True Crime alternate account, and I'll look at it. Okay, Christy says it's a new one. Oh wow, did we make 1,000? Yay! Yay us, not me, us. If we did, thank you so much, everybody. Y'all are rock stars. Thank you, thank you. Doodle says, I knew we could do it. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I can't see it right now because I'm on a. Actually, I could bring up my I'll have to go under the other. 1 second, guys. So I do this with that. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to leave the site. What am I doing? I want to minimize it. Okay, there we go. I hope I just didn't shut. Well, it'll just be on my computer. Everything's still running on StreamYard. Of course, everything's
Christy
running
said
slow.
Christy said you already read it.
Oh, okay. All right. Excellent. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything new. Of course, my computer's being slow, as usual. That's all right. I'll look at it in a minute. But thank you, everyone who subs, everyone who shares. Absolutely. Very much appreciated. I could not do it without you guys. I'd be sitting up here talking to myself. All right, let me stop sharing that. And put that back up there. Okay. Get caught up in comments. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's you guys. It's you guys. Dandy says, I have no idea yet. Yeah, I have no idea. If you're talking about me, I had no clue. I think when I checked it before I came on, it was like at 988 or 987. Yes, it is. Yes, it is organic. I don't grow by being a, what they call them, tragedy pimp or sensationalist. I just get on here and do the cases and the missing that don't get the attention, not the whole high profile. Now, if we have a True Crime After Dark, we may mention some of the bigger cases, but as a whole, this channel has always been dedicated to the missing and the cold cases that don't get the national attention or even local attention that they need. And it will stay that way, no matter how many subs I get or whatever. It will always be about the missing and the cold cases that you don't see in the news 24/7. It will always be that way. I can promise you. Thank you, Miss Doodle. Oh, thank you, Mr. C says, congrats, Southern Gal. I respect all you have done and continue to do. Looking forward to your continued growth. Thank you, sir. You have been a big part of that, Mr. Steve, along with the community. But Mr. Steve is my hero. He's helped me so much with advice, and he's had me on his channel before. He's come to my channel before and done the show with me, and I just appreciate him so much for everything he's done. Just can't say
He
enough
is
about Mr. Steve.
absolutely amazing. And like I said, what
Yes,
he's done to help Barb is above and
yes,
beyond. And if you're not subbed up to him, definitely go sub up to Mr. Steve and True Crime Web and check out the True
yes.
Crime Web Foundation.
Absolutely. Mr. Steve and Mrs. Steve and that whole crew, the whole foundation that they got working with them that go out and help his families free of charge. Just ask Miss Barbara if she's still here. He, and many other, among others, but we just know Miss Barb because we know Miss Barb, and we know about Timmy's case. Just absolutely amazing, amazing. He's an amazing human being. We can't say enough about Mr. Steve. Can't say enough. Thank you, Arctic. Venmo to support Aaron Spencer, Heather-Spencer.44, Cash App, SH Spencer 86. May or may not work. There are reports that Cash App disabled the account. Oh my gosh. Okay, but thank you. I just can't believe, like I said, I can't believe that they took the GoFundMe down, but they have the rules that you can't, apparently. I've never done GoFundMe for anything, but that you can't have a Cash App or a GoFundMe if it's for somebody that's been convicted or charged with a violent crime. Yes, Mr. Steve is thebomb.com. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, there's Astro from space. Good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a while. Says, hey, family. Hey, back to you. Good to have you here. Doodle or Sunday Doodle says, the suspense. I don't know what you mean by that comment, but yes, I saw that. Daisy Bean, I think it's Bean, Bean, has been found in Arizona. I saw that. Absolutely. Uh, uh, I'll have to check it, Christy. Like I said, I can't. I keep going back to the and refreshing on the special tactic aids and rescue page, and I have it. Haven't seen anything new. I went through all the new posts. When I get off here, I'll go on my phone on my account, the Southern Gal True Crime account, because that's what I'm under for Brent's page and for the special the S.T.A.R group, S.T.A.R page. I just call them S.T.A.R. It's easier to say than Special Tactics Aid and Rescue. That's all I've found. All right. Get caught up in comments. Yes, absolutely. Mr. C says, going by the headline, it looks like the father saved his daughter from a kidnapping or hostage situation and possibly wrongfully charged. Yes. I don't know how long you've been here, Mr. Steve, but yes. The gentleman on the right is Aaron Spencer, the father. The POS. I'm being so crass tonight. The POS on the right is Michael Fosler, who had been grooming and SAing Mr. Spencer's daughter for at least the whole summer, maybe longer. They had a restraining order or an order of protection against him. He either kidnapped and or she went in willingly, but once again, you have to remember, grooming situation. That's what these groomers do. They manipulate these. I'm not talking, Mr. Steve obviously know this, but for anyone else who doesn't understand, these groomers, that's what they do. They manipulate. And so it could be she did get in there willingly, but she's been groomed. She's been manipulated. And this was the second time, at least, that he had kidnapped her or lured her out, at least the second time. And Daddy found him before the police did, but the family did the right thing. The family was on the phone to 911 the whole time. They called the first time to say, hey, this guy kidnapped my daughter, took my daughter. They went out. The dad went out to look for him. It just so happened Dad found him first, and that's what happened. Like I said, there has been little to no, I would say no information released, and I understand about what exactly happened. Who's to say that Fosler didn't have a weapon? He could have been threatening the daughter. He could have been going after the father. Could be self-defense or defense of your whatever it be called for defending your family member. We don't know. All right. Get caught up. Oh, Mr. C's getting Davies. He says, "Hey, Al, I flashed my headlights at you about 20 minutes ago." Oh, goodness. I'm so behind. Miss Chrissy says, "Steve, you got cussed for them headlights, right?" Yeah, Dave, we might have to break up a fight between Mr. Steve and Dave. They'll just go to Waffle House and hash it out. They'll be fine. Oh, goodness. Yes, thank you, Arctic. There is God, I'm so hot. It's so hot in here. There is a link to join or to subscribe to Mr. Steve's channel. I highly encourage you to do it. Anyone who hasn't already. Thank you, Miss Christie has subscribed. Yes, absolutely. Miss Barbara says True Crime Web Foundation has been prayers answered. Absolutely. Yeah, that's true, but like I said, we don't know who the ultimate aggressor was. It could be the father, just, hey, give me my daughter back, and like I said, he has not formally been charged yet, but they're waiting on the prosecuting attorney to make the final decision. Hey, Vid Inquiries, good to see you. Good to see you. Always good to have you here. I watched your video. I think I watched your video you did, and the video that Frank Meister did, the walk from a few days ago for Abby and Libby. Excellent, excellent stuff. Had me in tears. Thank you very much. Arctic, it's got vids. Miss Ange, one of our Anges that we have here. Put the link in. Okay, Christy, I got you. I got you. Yeah, Dandy says, I would count the perp's sword as a weapon against a child. Excellent. Vid says, and I also watched that video of you and I'm assuming your husband walking through Delphi. I like that one too. I watched that video. Yeah, Vid says, yeah, Frank Meister had me crying earlier. Yeah, I think that's actually what didn't mean to fall asleep, but what I've Kristen behind the crime door and Frank Meister were on talking about I think yesterday, whatever came out yesterday in the trial. So I'm gonna have to. I think I made it through about 10 minutes of it before I fell asleep. Not because it was boring, but just because I didn't sleep any the night before. I just finally just got so tired I passed out, I guess. But I'm gonna go back and watch all of it most definitely.
Oh, I'm so far behind with so many creators' videos. I'm trying to get caught up with them and everything, but here lately I've just been swamped between my business and the channel and everything else. It's just trying to find time.
Oh, I know. That's the way I am. I got to get caught up on Mr. Steve. I missed the I don't know what I was doing. I missed the members only video or live stream from Sunday, and then he's done the last video he did for Delphi. I think the CSI thing that he did, maybe was it yesterday? I've got to watch that. I think I watched the one before that. Yeah, I get between work and trying to do stuff for my channel, and I try to, whenever little chance I get, I try to go sneak over to Creator and get Replay Crew and get caught up. All right, Astro, we're not going to go there. I'm sorry. We don't victim blame here. We don't family blame. So you can just take that right out of here, or somebody will boot you out. We're not going to do that. Deleted that comment. I hate to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but we do not family blame. We do not victim blame. We do not know all the details of this case, only what has been presented publicly. So we are going to reserve all those kind of comments. We don't do that here. Sorry. I appreciate you being here, but nope. I'm still here. I'm just stopping my cam for a minute.
Yeah, that's the second comment he's made that didn't set well with me. Therefore, he gets a 24-hour timeout. And if he comes back and starts, then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to boot him.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, because I must have missed the first one. That last one, that's the only one that I saw. Yeah, no, that didn't fly here. Sorry. Yeah, so if anybody, there's a lot of people got wrenches. I just deleted the comment, but if you see something I don't see, just ban whatever you got to do. We ain't gonna put up with that. Anyway, thank you very much, Miss PJ. Thank you very much. All right. How long have we been going? Almost 2:14. Quickly. Thank you, Miss Barbara. And I am going to do I don't even think I made the slide for it, but quickly, and I'm going to do a short video on this. Anybody who, I'll show the screen so we can read this together. Excuse me, the Janet Evans case, Arctic has probably covered it at some point somehow. But this year it is 7 years since she's been missing, and this is another Arkansas case. Let me go over here and share the screen. Make sure I'm removing the right thing here. Like I said, just do this real quickly, and then we'll get out of here. Or talk about something else. Come on, share. Takes in a minute. There we go. I didn't feed the squirrels enough. So this is Janet. Oh my God, these ads are killing me. I'm flustered now. I usually don't get flustered, but that just kind of irritated me. Anyway, a Faulkner County woman hopes for answers, and this is her daughter. And actually, how I first learned about this case, I think I just started my channel, or it hadn't been going for too long, but on my personal account, I'm gonna have to join the group for my Southern Gal account. But for my personal account, I was in Arkansas. They share from everywhere, but an Arkansas-based group is called Diamonds. Oh, I have to remember the name of it. Diamond State True Crime Discussion or something of that nature. But her daughter Nikki, which I believe has an interview with in this article I'm going to read, her daughter Nikki was also in that group and was sharing her mom's case. And then I told her I would do a video on it, so I have done a video on it, but I'm gonna do another one. But anyway, a Faulkner County woman. Hold on, let me get some more. Read some more ads. Is still searching for answers 7 years after her mother's disappearance. Monday marked the 7th anniversary of the disappearance of 54-year-old Kelly Evans of Faulkner County. Nikki Driscoll, which is the one I talked to in the Facebook group. Kelly's daughter was the last person to see Kelly. She visited her mom in her home near White Oak Road in Enola. She says, I just miss her and I want to find answers. She filed a missing person report just a few short days later after going days without hearing from her and showing up to her mother's home to find no one was there. She says, I really felt like, my mom took off on foot and that she left. She says she remembers her mom as a bright personality, but someone who had her struggles. And Nikki continues the fight for answers. She says it gets heavier by the year. Every year that I don't get that answer, it gets so much harder to not believe the worst. She said the hardest part is not having her mom to lean on while she raises her 2 sons. There's lots of things in my life that I need my mom for. There's lots of decisions that I've had to make that I didn't have my mom to lean on or just to have her advice on. The Faulkner County Sheriff's Office reports receiving a tip on October 22nd, 2017, stating that Miss Evans may have been walking on Highway 225 east towards Greenbrier, wearing blue jeans, a hat, and carrying a black and white zebra stripe purse. However, that tip led to no answers. And to me, that black and white zebra stripe purse has always been something to be on the lookout for. Something that maybe not so much back in the 80s and 90s, but definitely in the 2000s, you don't see a whole lot of black and white zebra stripe purses. So if they were to find that or jog somebody's memory of seeing somebody carrying a purse like that and wearing a hat, to me, that is key. That's just my opinion, my unprofessional opinion. But over the past 7 years, the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office has conducted 7 searches surrounding Evans' home, but has found no evidence of her whereabouts. The last search was on March 20th, 2020, when new drone technology and cadaver dogs were used. The Faulkner County Sheriff's Office says despite the ongoing efforts of numerous agencies, the disappearance of Kelly Evans remains unsolved to date. Driscoll prays that her mom is still out there and urges her to come home. And there is a possibility, in my opinion, in this case, that she could still be out there somewhere and just maybe wanted to leave of her own accord for some reason, or they saw her walking down the road, or supposedly it also possible, obviously, that she may have hitched a ride for somebody or was picked up by somebody with nefarious intentions and something did happen to her. But always hope for the best. So anyone with information on Kelly's whereabouts is asked to contact Lieutenant Woodward or Investigator Howington at the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division at 501-450-4917. And those who wish to remain anonymous can submit a tip through the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office website. So I just wanted to bring that quickly. Like I said, I am going to, whenever I get time to get a video put together, do a short video. But you can check my playlist. I think it's under the missing playlist. I have done, like I said, it's been a while back. I did do a video on Kelly's disappearance, but I just wanted to kind of do a refresh since it's been 7 years, and I put another one out. All right, put that back up there. All right. See if y'all got any comments. Oh, you talking about Astro? Cindy says, I see that user around. These comments aren't unusual. See, and I don't know if it's a he. I'm assuming it's a he. I don't know, just from comments. he or she, that it's been a while since I've seen them in here, and most of the time they come in here and they're okay. They don't cause, don't make, but that's what surprised me when I saw that one, and I missed the first one that Arctic was talking about. But yeah, that's not, we don't do that here. Absolutely not. Thank you, Miss Paula. Thank you, thank you. Miss Paula says, any celebration stream for hitting 1,000? I'll have to see what I got going on this weekend. Maybe we'll try. Trying to think, because I have to do them when I have, can have quiet to do it when there's not other people around. What's today? Today's Wednesday. I'll look at and see what's going on this weekend. I might can slip something in Friday or Saturday, most definitely. I'll try. 27 likes. Are you talking about for the stream? There's Aquarian 1. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. All right, Arctic, you got anything else? Anybody got anything else?
I don't have anything else. I just want everyone to share the stream out. I want everyone to
Yes,
share Brent's information out. If you can, go to the Venmo and the Cash App and try to help with Aaron's defense fund. I don't think that he should have to be sitting in jail or even go to trial, honestly, for defending his daughter the way that he did.
I agree.
And, make sure you've got notifications on for Southern Gal and all the wonderful creators in here so that you can be alerted whenever someone posts a new.
Absolutely. Yeah, not just me, but for absolutely Mr. Steve and Miss PJ, vid inquiries. People are on here. Duchess, Mind of Monsters, Sunshine, Truth and Justice Channel, Miss Ange, the other Miss Ange we have in here, Truth and Justice Channel. I know I'm forgetting so many. Dave, check out Dave. He usually does one, he posts a lot on this community tab, but he does usually one live stream a week, sometimes two, because he does weather, covers some weather too. But he does his true crime, weekend true crime, late Saturday night, early Sunday mornings. It's usually around anywhere between 11:30ish and midnight-ish Central Time, which is what I'm in. So if you're a night owl, please check it out. If not, please do catch the replay. Dave does excellent work. I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget anybody. Miss Doodle, definitely check out Miss Doodle. Thank you once again, Miss Christy, for being here. Absolutely. And we will absolutely keep Brent's name and face and story out there. We ain't gonna let it drop. Absolutely not. And also, please keep Miss Sean Claiborne, who is Jamie Valdez's sister, another one of those cases missing, but there's lots of evidence. His birthday, I saw she posted on Facebook. Jamie's birthday is Friday, so I'm gonna try to get us maybe a special little heavenly birthday video made and put out for him. That's also and Arctic has covered him too. And you can actually, I think when we were doing that live stream about Jamie, Arctic ended up he came up there with me. So yeah, do check out the live streams I've done, whatever Arctic has done on the Jamie Valdez case. That's another one that's lots of stuff going on at that in that one.
Yeah, I will be doing a much more in-depth coverage of that case here before much longer. In fact, I may be bringing Sean on the channel to talk about the case and everything.
I was going to ask you if she gotten in touch with, if y'all gotten in touch with each other yet.
Oh, we've been talking back and forth. She sent me
Excellent.
several videos and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just finding the time. But I do want to
Yeah,
get that planned out and everything. She's kind of like so many of the family members and friends, like Barbara and everything. She is relentless in trying to get justice for her brother. So
absolutely. Absolutely. Excellent. Oh, Vid says it looks like I got my hair done. No, I got it cut the other day. I got it cut weekend before last week before last week. I don't know. Last week sometime I got me and my mom both went and got our hair cut. So I washed it today. Does that mean I got my hair done? Oh, but thank you. I appreciate it. And it's the first time I've worn it down in a while. Because it's been back up in the 90s here again. I mean, we had a couple of days here in Central Arkansas of some nice semi fall weather, and now this week we've been back up in the 90s. Because when I was out working today, I think it was 92 according to the car. But that's Arkansas for you.
I don't know. Fort Smith, I've had to turn my heat on in the morning, and then if I go anywhere in the afternoon, it's AC on max. So
Oh yeah, another standard Arkansas. In the mornings you got to have the heat on, and by the afternoons you're turning the air on. Or one day you have the heat on, and the next day you have the air condition on, and yeah, Arkansas. Uh, Thank you, Miss
I
Barb.
mean,
It's always good.
it is great. It's the only state where you get to experience all four seasons in one week. So
Yes, yes. Sometimes you can experience all four seasons in one day. I remember here years ago. I have a weather app. I think it's AccuWeather on my phone, and I was looking at it. It literally had every color. Like in the southern up to the central part, you had the greens and reds and oranges for thunderstorms and such. And then it went directly into the blues and purples and stuff for the sleet, freezing rain. I mean, it had all the colors of the rainbow all at one time. And I think I actually took a screenshot of it and put it on Facebook. I'm like, it's Arkansas. It's craziness. Yes, absolutely. Do sub to our Arctic Fox True Crime. He is amazing. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve says, I personally don't care how many predators fall at the hands of fathers, mothers, or LE. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Thank you. Thank you. And this is coming from a former law enforcement officer. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, absolutely. 100. Thank you, Miss PJ. Absolutely. Everybody's absolutely agreeing with Mr. Steve. Thank you so
I do
much.
still kind of like the idea of hanging them by their wiener in the middle of Times Square, though. That would
Yeah,
seem just inappropriate.
yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's like you said. I think you said earlier. Taking him out was. I would rather
Too
have
good.
him. Exactly. Yeah, too good. That's what. Thanks. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, taking him out was too good for him. I agree. Okay, Vid says we took him with us to Indiana. Who did you take? Who did you take? Thank you, Miss Barb. Thank you, Miss Barb. Like I said, I just washed it and let it dry a little bit and brushed it, and here we are. Uh, but I appreciate it. Yes, Far says she likes Arctic's justice. Mm, Miss Christie says she can lay on the beach and 70 miles away snow ski. Uh, uh, yeah, I know you said, I'm not going to say, no, if you want to put it out there, you can, but I know you're on the West Coast. I have a niece on the West Coast. And that's what she says. She loves going to the beach. Oh, Thank you so much, Aquarian. $10. Congrats on reaching 1,000 Southern Gal. Thank you so much. Guess what? You get oh, I thought it was going to go again. I accidentally hit it again. Thank you so much, Aquarian. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Oh, it says something I typed into chat didn't get into chat. Well, that's weird. Oh, that's a good point. It's a good point. Miss Barbara says the mothers don't have PPs. So what do you suggest at Arctic Fox for monster mothers? Oh, I'm not gonna. I can't say. I'll get kicked off YouTube if I say it. There's a few parts that us women folk have that can be. Go ahead.
Them to 20 years on a barbed wire dildo. I think that would be appropriate.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Vid says I did a short video on our cat Handsome, who we took with us to Indiana. I thought he looks a lot like your Biscuit. Oh my God, my Biscuit. My Biscuit is I love him to death. Don't get me wrong, and he is a special kitty. So we had to make allowances for him. He was tearing up. I had to get him out of. I usually leave my bedroom door open so he can come in and out because he likes to sleep in the chair I'm sitting in right now. He was a holy terror last night, jumping up on the dresser, jumping up on everything, knocking stuff off, and he's looking for ponytail holders. He is obsessed with ponytail holders. That's his favorite toy besides the toys that I bought for him. So I eventually had to, so I could get some sleep last night. Just when he went out, I shut the door, and him and Tigger, I guess, entertained themselves the rest of the night.
I feel
He's a little.
because Sylvester's the same way. He will knock everything in sight that he finds off of whatever table it's on. Today, he was playing with his little ball, chasing it all around the house. My mom's sitting there trying to watch TV. He unplugs the Roku, so I have to go in there and reset that up.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
oh, that cat. He's figured out he likes chains. So he'll go in there on my mama's bed and start playing with the ceiling fan chains. I walk in there
Oh
the other day.
God.
He managed to turn the ceiling fan on high. Don't ask me how.
Oh my God. I know. Like I said, Biscuit, and like I said, granted, he is a special kitty because he did have a near-death experience, and he came back to life. He recovered. We nursed him back to health. So I think it did affect his poor little brain some, and maybe some of his motor skills. I mean, he's not an invalid. He can definitely get around. So we kind of give him allowances, because he doesn't know better. But God Almighty, sometimes he's just off the chain. I don't know. He climbs on top, like you said, he climbs on top of anything. He I don't know how many times he has almost torn down my green screen because he likes to climb it. He will climb anything that he thinks he can climb, and stuff that he can't climb. And it's just oh my God. Like I said, I love him to death, but sometimes I'm like, dude, really, just calm down.
Oh, I swear, if they had a special Olympics for kitty cats, Sylvester would definitely be a candidate.
Yeah, oh yeah, Biscuit would be too. Mr. Steve says, I've seen several predators shot, never kept me up other than having to finish a report. Exactly. Exactly.
And I've never seen a cat so fascinated with toilets in my life. I have
Oh
to
my
make sure
God.
the lid is shut on every toilet. Otherwise, that cat will sit there. I'm afraid he's going to fall in one day.
The Biscuit's the same way. We have to keep the toilet lid down. He'll either jump in it, or he'll take his babies, his toys he's got, and I'm afraid he'll throw. Luckily, so far, he hasn't thrown them in there. I'm afraid he'll throw something in the toilet. He loves to get up on the sink, like if I'm in there brushing my teeth or doing something, have the water run, and literally get in the sink and get soaking wet, put his head under the faucet. It just kills me. Oh, goodness. He is something. Let me see. I saw something. Paula, I don't know what you're talking about. It says, I do not believe in cancel culture, but in this case, it might be necessary. Okay, Christy. Okay, I didn't want to call you out, but yes, Miss Christy lives in California because she said in her messages, she said from 1,800 or so miles away, she has been doing everything she can to help with Brent's case, and God bless you. God bless you.
So like
Your
I said
daughter,
earlier, Christy has definitely been a pit bull when it comes to Brent's case and trying to fight for justice. And I
yes,
applaud her because she has really been advocating for Brent.
absolutely. Your daughter lives in BB? That's not let's see. BB's about probably 45 minutes to an hour from where I live. I've been to BB numerous times. Absolutely. Yeah, it says unplug the Roku. Yeah, Biscuit will. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take, and I did take some video of him. I'm gonna have to probably upload it I probably did it as a little short members video. Biscuit is fascinated with his tail too. Besides his babies that he has to play with and ponytail holders, his tail is his favorite, either enemy / friend, whatever mood he's in. And I think sometimes he forgets his tail is there, and it it scares him. I'll have to put the video up. I videoed him playing with his tail the other day. It was hilarious. And I know I put pictures up. I don't know if I've done in public or just members only. And I put some on Facebook of the positions he gets into sleep. I don't think he has a bone. He's made of rubber because one half of him is going one way and the other half is going the other way. And it's just, I don't know how he gets in those positions. Comments jumped on me a little bit here. Vid said, "Oh no." Sunday Doodle says they sound special. Yeah, Biscuit's definitely special. Oh yeah. Miss Barbara says you be nice to those baby cats. I'm nice. We're nice to them. It's just like I said, and I do give. With Tigger, he's old and grumpy now. He's a grumpy old man. So all he does is eat and sleep and tries. Biscuit tries to play with Tigger, and Tigger's like, nah. But now Biscuit, and I do, like I said, since he is special, I do give him allowances, but when it can only get to a certain point. When he starts destroying stuff and knocks stuff down, that's when I have to say, stop, behave. Yeah,
Oh,
Aquarians.
half my curtains are off the hooks because the
Yes.
cat climbs up the damn curtains. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Aquarian says her cat, or I'm sorry, I don't know, he or she. I'm sorry. My cat drinks from the faucet. Yes. Neither one of I don't think we've ever had one that drinks from a faucet, but I have when I did caregiving, home health caregiving. Almost all of the clients I had either had a cat or a dog, mostly cat. And there are so many cats that one client I worked with for about 6 years, their cat, Toby, that's all he would drink from was the faucet. He wouldn't drink out of his bowl. Cats are just strange creatures. Oh no. Yeah, I knew that saw that he had Blade. Blade, is that his dog's name? Vid says today Frank Meister's dog unlocked the door to his hotel room and took off. Luckily he was found. Oh my goodness. I'm glad he found him. Vid says it's a funny story knowing the dog is okay. Yeah. That's fine, Paula. You don't have to, yeah. Like I said, stubbing, liking, most importantly, sharing. It's all free, it's all easy, as important, maybe more important than memberships gets this information out. Absolutely. Absolutely. We most definitely appreciate all subs. Absolutely. Because everybody's going to get a moo cow when we get out of here. Aquarian says, off topic, that's fine. But I want you to know I really miss Southern cooking. I haven't had Southern food since I moved to California. I'm going to have to move back to Texas. Oh, Lordy. I wouldn't weigh as much as I do right now if it's not for the Southern cooking. Oh, but I love that good old Southern cooking. Fried anything. Meat and potatoes. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Blade. Okay, that's what I thought I'd heard him call him. Oh, Mr. Steve says the description of your cat sounds a lot like how Mrs. Steve describes me. Oh, somehow that does not surprise me. Does not surprise me. Oh, we love you, Mr. Steve. Absolutely, yeah. Arctic says Aquarian, you'll have to send us some Texas barbecue. Yep. Trying to think of the last. Well, we have a local restaurant here, Nick's Barbecue. Well, they have barbecue catfish. They have everything, but they're world famous barbecue. Trying to think of some other. I guess the other closest good barbecue place I've eaten is in Memphis. The Rendezvous in Memphis is good. Oh, Chrissy says try two doodles and two Cornish Rex. Absolutely. Paula, you just being here is important. Yes, absolutely. There's JP. There's our friend John Paul Hansen. Good to have you here, John Paul. And somebody probably already has or can throw in John Paul's music link, and he also has Analyze This, where he shows true crime stuff. Good to have you here, sir. He says they slept the day away. I wish I could have, which actually I kind of slept the night away because I fell asleep extremely, unintentional nap extremely early yesterday, probably before 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And I woke up about 8 or 9. And I think that's when I tried to started watching Kristen and Frank Meister for the Delphi updates. And I made it through about 5 or 10 minutes and I was back out again. Like I said, not because they were boring by any means, but just because I fell asleep. So I'll have to go back and rewatch it. Thank you. I knew Arctic would get it in there. There's John Paul's music channel. My mom loves fried green tomatoes. Miss Christie said I had Southern Nellies in Vegas last week. They had fried green tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I've tried, of course, fried green tomatoes. They're not my favorite. But now my mom loves fried green tomatoes. Now I can just take especially when we used to do a garden here on the farm. Just take a fresh tomato out of the garden, wash it, rinse it off, let it chill a little bit, slice it up, put a little bit of salt on it, and just eat it. Slice it up, eat it. Or I love my cheese and tomato sandwiches. People laugh at me when I say that. Cheese and tomato sandwiches with a little bit of mayo or Miracle Whip or mayo, whichever you prefer. Can't beat it, especially during the summertime. I'm sorry to hear that, JP. Says he's been sick, very little energy. I hope you get to feeling better. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes coming your way, sir. Yes, Far says, go have a listen to John Paul. I love his music. Absolutely. That's understandable, Paula. Yeah. I think I paid for 2 or 3 streaming service. Two. And then my brother pays for through our we have Verizon, and we got the package where you get it's included in the phone bill for a cheap price. You get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus, and he pays for that. And then I pay for Netflix and Hulu and then we share passwords. We share passwords so we can watch. Yeah. Miss Barb says yes. Yummy fried green tomatoes. Yeah, that's the thing. Vid says, I love fried green tomatoes when they're not too breaded, need just the right amount. Yeah, because a lot of them that I've tried have way too much breading on them. I can't do all that breading. Hey, Miss Marion Tate. Good to see you. She says, thank you all for being here. Hello, everyone. But I have, oh goodness, have strep throat, so I'm going to bed, but I will be sharing. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to you also. Hope you get, there's a lot of people sick. I think Arctic said Duchess was, had a sore throat, not feeling well. So thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to Miss Duchess too. I hope everybody gets to feeling better. It's that time of year, unfortunately. Oh, Mr. Steve says fried green tomatoes and mashed potato sandwiches are great. I could probably do that. I love some mashed taters. I love any kind of taters, actually. You can fix taters any way they can be fixed, and I'll eat them. You are much welcome, John Paul. Vid says, yeah, interesting combo. We'll have to try the fried green tomatoes and the mashed potato sandwiches. Yes, I am too, Miss Barb. Miss Barb says she's getting hungry now. Me too, and we've had supper. We had supper not too long after I got home from work. Yep, absolutely. Vid says that's why we've been getting outside and getting as much fresh. Yes, fresh air is wonderful. Getting as much fresh air as we can. That's the best thing. Absolutely. Thank you, Arctic. Yes, that is John Paul's, JP's other, his true crime channel where she shares true crime stuff. Oh, Miss Barb says she can make some good fried green tomatoes. Mom can too. My mom can too. Thank you, Miss Christie. Says she subbed to JP. Woo, I can't do pepper. I'd be sneezing from here till the cows come home. Thank you very much. Vid says she is subbed to both the JP's channels. Oh, I could too, Miss Barb. Miss Barb says she could eat mashed potatoes every time of the week, or every day of the week, night of the week.
Oh, I could too. Now, my brother is disgusting, though. He puts ketchup on his mashed potatoes.
No. That's just not right. That is sacrilege. I'm weird. I guess I don't even put ketchup on French fries. I mean, or just like fried. We do what we call onion fried potatoes, where you just slice the taters and then dice the onions and slice the onions up and
Yep.
saute them, cook them.
Now, if I get McDonald's fries, I'll get some of their sweet and sour sauce and dip my fries in that sometimes. But I very rarely even use any sauce on my fries at
Oh
all.
yeah, I'm glad I'm the only one. Every once in a while I might eat a little, just a touch of ketchup on some fries, but for the most part, I don't like ketchup. I can't do mustard. Well, let me qualify that by saying the only time that I eat mustard is if I have corn dogs. I'll take a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mustard, mix it together, and eat it with my corn dog. Once again, I get laughed at for doing that, but it's just that I don't even know where I picked that up at, but it's just something I do. Yeah, but I don't like ketchup on hot dogs or burgers or anything like that. You're very welcome, JP. Absolutely. Oh, yes. Grow some gravy. Yep, got to have that gravy. I can make a meal out of bread and gravy. Just take a slice of bread, put some gravy on it, brown or white gravy. Absolutely. We were raised on that. We had that at every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's Jenny. We haven't seen Jenny. Hey, Jenny. Welcome back. But Jenny says ketchup is great on potatoes as well as eggs. No, no,
Jenny, I can get behind you with the eggs. I'll put ketchup on an omelet, but I cannot get
no.
behind ketchup on potatoes.
Oh God, you people are killing me. Uh, see, Miss Barbara says no, no, no ketchup. Maybe on fried potatoes. Yeah, maybe on fried potatoes. Oh goodness. Yes, I am on John Paul's Discord or in his Discord channel too. Yes, he does have a Discord channel. It is on his community tab. I always forget about Discord. I just, in the grand scheme of things, it's just. I'm gonna try to get over there more since I downloaded it on my phone finally. But
Well, my Discord's like a ghost town. I spend all my time in Duchess's Discord or in
yeah,
Dago's or in Mom's Discord. I don't spend my Discord don't have anything there. It is literally a ghost town.
am I in your on your Discord channel? I didn't know. I have
No,
to check
I
that
mean, like
out.
I said, there's nothing there. I mean, my husband asked to join my Discord. I was like, you can join, but there ain't nothing there.
Well, thanks to the wonderful people who are on my Discord. They post stuff more than I do. Chris Gideon usually shares because I would at least when I first started it share my videos and live streams over to my Discord. But I don't even do that anymore. Chris was good about doing it, and other people post stuff, which is absolutely fantastic because I don't. I haven't been on. I can't remember the last time I posted anything on there.
Chris is great about posting everywhere. He shares all of our stuff out to everyone
Yes,
he could think to share it.
yes, he does. He is magnificent doing that. He's not here. Well, it's Wednesday. He's probably at church. But it's 11 o'clock already. Oh, we almost 3 hours. Okay. Jenny says gravy is so gross. You must not be a country girl. Gravy's not for
You just
everyone,
ain't
but
had any good country sausage gravy, girl, because that's where it's at.
yeah, you got to have some good old homemade gravy. My grandma can make the best gravy. Oh my goodness! And like I said, we had it for every meal: breakfast, dinner, breakfast, lunch, supper, breakfast, dinner, supper. We called lunch dinner. Breakfast, dinner, supper. Always had some gravy.
A good, big, thick country fried steak just smothered
Mm,
in country gravy. That's what I'm all about.
stop it! I'm hungry enough. My stomach's growling. Oh God, I love country fried steak smothered in gravy. Oh, mm. That might be what we have to have for supper tomorrow or sometime. Oh goodness, John Paul says jalapenos are candy for him. See, I'm a wimp. To me, jalapenos are too hot. I can't. I don't do the hot, spicy stuff. And yes, I
I
know
can deal with
jalapenos.
I can deal with jalapenos, but anything spicier than that, I am out. These people that do that one chip ghost pepper chip challenge or whatever it
Oh
is,
God,
they
yes,
they've got a death wish. There's no way I could do that.
exactly. And see, to me, jalapeno. I mean, maybe every once in a while I might could eat one. I don't know. But see, I'm just a wimp. I can't even do jalapenos. It's just, I mean, and these people and my brother, my baby brother, because he has a guy that he went to school with, lives in Louisiana. So whenever he comes back to Arkansas to visit, or sometime they go down to visit them in Louisiana, my brother's always bringing home some kind of hot sauce. And to me, if your mouth is burning so bad that you can't even taste it, what is the point? I mean, I don't
Oh,
understand it.
well, my husband knows how sensitive I am to hot stuff, so he'll come in here and he'll make like a breakfast burrito or something, and he'll say, "Here, baby, take a bite," and he won't tell me what he's put in it.
Uh huh.
And one of is going to happen because his food combinations. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. So one time he came in, and apparently he had put some type of blazing hot sauce in the breakfast burrito. The other time he comes in here and I taste it and I'm like, "What did you put in this?" And he's like, "Why? Don't you like it?" I was like, "I didn't say I didn't like it. Just what did you put in it?" He put cinnamon sugar in this breakfast burrito. I'm like, "Are you?" Anyway,
Cinnamon. Now I like cinnamon sugar, but not on a breakfast burrito.
not with eggs and
No,
cheese and
yeah,
everything. Yeah, no. I mean, I
I like.
love cinnamon sugar, but not on that.
Yeah, I love cinnamon sugar toast. I'll make that. But yeah, not with it. Not on that. No, he's weird. Um, Mr. C said he is becoming concerned for Jenny. We might have to have an intervention for Jenny. We got another ketchup person. Miss Ange says, I love ketchup with all potatoes except mashed. JP says, Discord has a lot involved. I know I've got to get over to. All right, Miss Christie says she is over and out. 5 a.m. comes early. See y'all tomorrow. Sleep with the angels. Thank you, Miss Christie, for being here. Thank you for keeping us in the loop with Brent's case. Please do let us know any other developments, whether we can say them publicly or not. If you say it's not for public consumption, you can trust me. You can trust Arctic. But please do keep us informed. Or if anything comes out that we can share, please do let us know about that. And I hope I have done a little bit of good and a little bit of a help in bringing some more awareness to Brent. And I will keep, and I'm sure Arctic will too. We'll keep on top of it and keep his name out there. And we appreciate you so much. God bless you for everything you've done for Brent. So thank you so much, ma'am. Much love to you. Keep in touch. Absolutely. Yep, I think we're fixing to wrap it up and get out of here. It's been here almost 3 hours. But I don't know. With my live streams, that 3 hours is getting to be a shorter shorter one for me. Uh, Miss Miss Barb says I can't figure out that stupid Discord. I gave up on it. Dandy, and I don't know if Dandy's still here. Dandy taught me a lot about Discord, but I still haven't got it all. I got the basics, but I haven't got it all figured out. Yes, Miss Paula says she's friends with Chris on Facebook. I am also. Chris does a wonderful job of sharing, like Arctic said, sharing everything. Yeah. JP says, I guess he's a fan of country fried steak and country gravy. Absolutely. Yes, that. Yeah. Miss Sanchez, love it. Another gal that uses the word supper. Yeah. It wasn't lunch back when I was growing up. It was breakfast, dinner, and supper. That's what it was. Of course, I grew up in the 70s and 80s. So, yep. Breakfast, dinner, breakfast, dinner, supper. There was no lunch. Oh, goodness. Jenny says, my dad's family is from Nebraska. I get crap a lot. You should have seen when I was 14 and decided to be a vegetarian. They were mad. Oh, no, I'm not going to diss anybody for being a vegetarian, for anybody's food taste, It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Yes. As Barbara said, Chris is a sharing machine. Absolutely. Yeah. Far says she can't do hot or spicy either. Can't do taco seasoning, just very, very plain for me. Yeah. Yeah. JP says heat is an acquired thing. Yeah. Like I said, I just don't understand if something burns your mouth so bad that you can't taste anything. What's the point? Because my brother brings home, what is it called? Something he brought home from Louisiana. I'm sure it is. He says it's a mild. It's called Slap Your Mama or something like that. Some kind of hot sauce. So whenever during the summer he usually cooks out a lot, does burgers and hot dogs and sometimes steak when we can afford it, which is not very often. But I always tell him, do with my hamburger, do not put any kind of seasoning on it. Nothing. He usually doesn't listen to me, but yeah. That's a little brother for you. Oh, now we've talked Miss Barbary into going and finding a snack. John Paul's having chips and dips. Oh yeah, I had Mexican food for for dinner. Me and my mom had Mexican food. See, I can't do. Jenny mentioned pickles. I don't like pickles. I love pickles by themselves, but I don't like pickles on hamburgers or anything. I'm weird like that too. Yes, fresh toast with cinnamon. Yes, Miss Barbara. Yep. Yep. Miss Paula must be. Yeah, Miss Paula's in the Eastern time zone. We're in the Central, or me and Arctic are, and whoever else is. Thank you so much. Miss Jenny says, so glad I caught your live. I've been watching your videos and replays though. Always hit the like. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Vid says it was for them, it was breakfast, lunch, and supper. Yeah, we said breakfast. We had breakfast, and then lunch was dinner, and then we had supper. Mr. C says, I can't figure out a stovetop. Yeah, because somebody likes to burn groceries. Says, I can't figure out a stovetop, so Discord is above my pay grade. Oh, goodness. Burning them groceries up. We're never going to let you live that down, Mr. Steve. You know that. All right, let me get caught up. We'll get out of here. Artie said he had to take out additional fire insurance before allowing Austin to use the cooktop. Well, Mr. Steve burns up groceries without even meaning to. Oh, goodness. All right. Oh, I love breakfast burritos. Jenny said Nora breakfast burrito. John Paul says he loves risotto and filet mignon. Mr. Steve says being stove challenged is a real thing. Mrs. Steve would probably agree. JP says, how do I work so many songs not knowing how to spell? I've always been good. I'm not good with numbers. I'm good with reading, writing, spelling. So I love stovetop stuffing too. Oh goodness, whole bunch of something just jumped. I have not. Miss Paula probably has. I don't think I've seen any of the Deadpools. JP asked if anyone's seen the new Deadpool. Oh, I love salmon. Jenny says salmon is yummy. There's a lot of salmon in Oregon. Yes, my baby sister-in-law who passed away, her family on her dad's side originally came from Oregon, and they still have family. He still has a sister up there, I believe. And whenever he would go to Oregon and visit, he was always bring back a bunch of salmon, and he would smoke it. Oh my God, best
See,
thing I've
I
ever
love
put in my mouth.
salmon, but I'm the only person in my house that likes it. So, I mean, my mom, I tried to get her to eat salmon because, she's Catholic. During Lent, they have to eat fish
Mm-hmm.
and whatever. I bought salmon. She was not having any of that.
I love salmon. Like I said, especially that fresh salmon that he brings back from Oregon, and he has a smoker and he smokes it. Puts it on some kind. I've watched him do it before because he'll do it for like a cookout or family get-togethers for all of our families. And oh my God, it's so good, so good. So we get the best of both worlds because we have that's my baby sister-in-law side of the family where we get fresh salmon, and then on our side of the family, one of my cousins married a Cajun girl, and they actually run a restaurant in Bald Knob called Houdats. But when my cousin went and they would go down to visit her family, they would bring back fresh crawdads, fresh shrimp, fresh, oh God, and we would have a fresh shrimp, boiled shrimp, pilimonitum shrimp, do crawdad bowls with all the, once again, with the spices, it was hard for me to eat the bowl, but it was good. It was good. Yes, salmon is very good for you. Absolutely. Jenny says smoked is so good. Bagels and lox are the best. Vid says she prefers tuna, but it has to be pate. Cats even love it when I share it with them, so I feel like I'm one of the pack. All right, guys, I think I'm caught up. We've been a little bit over 3 hours, so thank you so much, everybody, for being here to get this information about Brent. Thank you to everybody who's watching replay. Everybody be sure, absolutely, to hit the thumbs up, leave a comment if you're watching replay, share it anywhere and everywhere you can. That's the most important thing you can do. You got anything else in closing, Arctic?
I don't. Everyone have a great night. Be kind to one another out there, and we will see you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Arctic. You know I love you.
Love you too.
All right, guys. So I probably won't be able to come live again until I'll see what I can do about maybe Friday or Saturday, maybe later, doing some kind of little celebration thing for 1,000 subs. But I will let you know. Thank you, John Paul. Good night. Have a good night. Paula, I wish we could go all night, but my voice and my back wouldn't let me, and my bladder, honestly. Oh, hold on. Thank you, Miss Jenny. Thank you, Miss Jenny. We love you too. Thank you, Far. We love you too. Miss Barbara, absolutely. We love you. We love everybody. Thank you, Aquarian. Once again, Far. Yes. Vid says, yes, be kind to one another. Yes, absolutely. Great advice from Arctic Fox. Congrats on the, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Jenny. Thank you, Vid. So if I'm not able to do a celebration, fun a stream this weekend, I'll definitely be back Monday for our normal Missing Person Monday stream. Thank you, Vid. So like, hold on, multitask for a minute. Like Arctic said, yes, be careful out there, be kind to one another, stay safe, take care of your fellow human beings. That's the most important thing we can do. We're all we got is each other. So I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.